Bring us into frame. You guys were just flying to Astos. Nemesis has finished her Broodmother project. And was Nemesis going to begin straight away on the modular project?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I really want it for.
Right.
Swapping them parts out.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me a int program roll using the
Alright.
ship's advanced lab for the +2.
Alright. +2. Hey.
That is a fantastic roll.
It's not bad. 3 short of max.
Yep. Go ahead and put in the project tracker the whole modular thing that
Yeah.
we discussed.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. No, that's player fighting, not player tracker.
All right. Um, are you doing anything with Libra, or are you doing anything with Nova?
Oh,
Lulu, if
you mean
you're
vis-a-vis? You mean like with regard to
uh,
um?
so let me clarify. Um, I'm also going to turn you up just a little bit more. So yeah, Libra you've currently got in a deactivated state. You're able to sync her back down to complete deactivation after you were done with the QED. And I only ask about Nova because Nova might have some more insight on what the Trin on Trinita Shade are doing. If you don't, if you don't think that you
Yeah.
already know.
Well, we might as well ask her to be sure
Okay,
with regard to the ship or the stealth ship being lost on that planet.
sure. All right, so you do track down Nova. It's not hard. She spends a lot of time in her room. And is it just Jai going, or is there anybody else going along with Jai?
My work here is done.
Fair
Jai's gone
enough.
now.
It can just be me if no one else wants to go.
Zoe? Arch? Are you speaking? Oh, we heard some shuffling.
Did that work?
Yeah, so I heard some shuffling, and I heard you ask if that worked.
Apparently, if I there's a mouse or a microphone turn off right next to the roller for the sound, and I accidentally hit it, I guess.
Oh no. I hope you haven't been making hilarious jokes that you'll never repeat this entire time.
No, I've
Okay.
been saving my hilariousness for more important people.
Oh, I know you'll save it all for when Nox is here. I get it.
Yeah, he's the only one who truly appreciates me.
I
I
think he's the only one
understand.
that truly appreciates any of us.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to come along. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Nova growls through the comm. Come in.
Okay. I do.
Yeah, through the door intercom. She looks over at Jai from sitting on her bed with her back against the far wall.
Mm-hmm. Nova, how have you
Captain,
been doing?
I am bored.
Understandable. I take it that Nemesis was unsuccessful in getting you to join her Delta Rain server then.
she she looks kind of sheepish. I don't know how to play. And it's a
Uh,
waste of time.
well, yes, I'll agree with that. But in space, there's a lot of time to waste, unfortunately. Also, we did get word from Trinitas Shade. Apparently,
This catches her attention.
a perimeter ship, stealth ship, carrying androids was lost on the surface recently. Do you think your people were likely responsible?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what they're doing?
You said the ship had stealth technology? You're smart enough to figure this out, Captain.
That doesn't mean I don't want clarification, to be sure.
They'll steal the stealth technology and leave the ship to be found. Trash it so that it doesn't look like anything could possibly have come from the ship.
And then,
And then wait.
yeah, hmm, that does make sense. Oh well. Presumably the androids on board the ship would have been destroyed then?
Every last one of them.
Right.
When did this happen? This is fantastic news.
Oh, let's see. How long ago? Well, let's see.
Well, transmission was just received. It takes a week per hex.
Week per
Right.
hex. So that would be
I usually put the dates of the actual event in the news, so April 20th.
yeah, April 20th would be the earliest, I believe, or the most recently.
Almost a month ago. Yeah, they've figured it out by now.
Hmm. Well, things are getting interesting, aren't they?
They'll come for you, you know.
Yeah, that's one more person.
Oh, right. Yeah, we never did come back for the with the key
Look,
stuff.
we have been very busy.
No, Nova even says that you never took back what you were sent to retrieve.
We've been very busy.
And
I saw so
while
also I
you're
thought you
busy,
agree. I
Plus, I
thought you
mean,
agreed that it was kind of a bad idea to
I
give
mean,
the oh
it
shoot, what was her
is.
name?
they were weapons of mass destruction, essentially.
Yeah, she interrupts Jai before you can figure out the name. Jai knows the name, but before you can figure it out, it is. That doesn't mean they don't hate you for it.
Yeah. Well, that is unfortunate.
For you and for me.
Hmm. Suppose so. So, what do you think would be a good idea to do to prepare in that case?
Run.
Uh, hmm.
Why do you ask me? I'm the cast off. I'm the one they didn't want.
Hmm. Well, you're here right now.
She purses her lip, like, Yeah, that's actually a good argument.
Well, at the very least, I am sorry for dragging you into this, Nova.
Even if I'm bored, you've treated me well. Thank you, Captain.
Jai just sort of waves that off. It's fine. It's what anyone with any advanced knowledge of genetics and desire to put it into practice would do.
Give me
So
work.
maybe like, so maybe like 4 people in the sector.
Give me
Um,
work.
Okay. Do you want me to assign you to? Well, I suppose I could assign you to Scotty's section. See, would you prefer to be assigned to Scotty or Alexi?
Scotty
Or
is
mine?
the grumbling security captain.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
You could join the
In
deck crew under oh, what's her name? Elena.
yeah. Why did I say Alexi?
I
God.
I think you meant Elena when you said Alexi.
I
Oh,
almost
okay.
certainly meant Elena. I'm just very
One of
off
the
right now.
Russians, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the Russians.
Yeah.
They're all the same, basically.
Well, all right. We could use more crew, and I'm sure you would learn a thing or two about ships, which might be useful for you in the future. I'm going to go ahead and contact Elena and have you assigned to her. Just try not to stab someone to death if they annoy you. That's generally frowned on during crew work.
So I can stab them a little bit.
Only if they consent to it.
That's not fun.
Not all work generally isn't.
What happened to Jack? And here, you guys get to decide what happened to Jack. The, not too short-lived, but kind of short-lived PC.
Oh right, it took me a little bit to figure out who to remember who the hell Jack was.
He kind of
Crud.
became her best friend on the ship while working
Yeah.
with her to translate Zoe's documents.
Oh, didn't
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
um
I was
I
like, who the
assume
hell are you
I want to
assigned to
assume we
that?
just dropped him off at some planet somewhere.
Yeah, that works. Does Jai tell her that?
Well, we're trying to figure out what planet it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, we did stop at March on the way over here. Maybe there.
yeah. He had some business with one of the academies on March. I assume it's to do with his former work. So we ended up dropping him off there after he repaid his well repaid whatever debt he felt he owed us for saving his sorry ass.
She crosses her arms across her chest and kind of shrinks back into herself, knees drawn up, still sitting with her back against the wall.
Do you want his do we still call it email?
I've been saying com address.
Do you want his com address? You could probably send him an
No.
email if you wanted.
He just left.
Did he leave any sort of message for her when he did?
Um, I'm not in contact with that player anymore, so really I would leave that to you guys. How do you want his exit to play out essentially?
I don't remember much about the character, so I don't know what would make sense.
Yeah.
He's a diplomatic gunslinger.
He was a diplomatic gunslinger. That's about all I think that's all we really explored.
I lean towards he probably left her a message, but
It's entirely conceivable that she just hasn't known to check it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the ship email,
Okay.
whatever I can from that,
Mhm.
and just go to hers.
All right.
And,
Uh,
yeah, it does look like he sent you an email when he left.
he did.
Yeah, that was a while ago at this point.
Let me see it.
I'll show her the compad.
She takes it from Jai. Turns a little bit so that he can't. So that he's not looking at the back side of it as she's reading it. More like so he's not looking at her face as she reads it. And then she hands it back to him and sits back down on her bed. I'll check in with Elena on her next shift.
All right. In that case, Nova, we'll leave you be for now. Good luck on
Thank
the
you.
next shift. And then I'll head out.
All right.
Now, does anyone else want to deal with waking waking Libra up and trying to have that conversation with her, because it's going to be a little rough if we don't do that carefully, but also if we hide it from her, it's going to be a lot worse down the line. No? Anyone?
The silence is deafening.
Nemesis? You're a programmer. That means you're good with androids, right?
No, I'm not. These androids are a whole nother level.
Hilarious.
Uh,
Give me a good old fashioned robot any day.
oh boy.
Is John the bridge when he's doing this?
I mean,
Or when he's talking about this?
yeah, probably.
Armstrong stands up and salutes.
Oh no.
I'll do it, Captain.
Sit down, Armstrong, please.
Yes, sir.
You know what? No, actually,
Sir?
I want to see how you managed to do this. I'm curious now. Go ahead, Armstrong.
Yes, sir. Well, the GM is not going to solve this for you, so Armstrong is going to get a roll based on what you guys think would be best for Armstrong to approach it, or how you think would be best for Armstrong to approach it. One thing that they are already going to do is bring footage of the event to back up any claims.
Mm-hmm.
You already know that Armstrong is good with general ship communications sensory type stuff, not so much interpersonal stuff, although they're not terrible at interpersonal stuff like, Nova would be. So,
Yeah. Uh, I'm advising them to approach it carefully and delicately.
all right.
Maybe say, yeah, yeah. I believe the best option here is to maybe lead in with the oh, I know this isn't what you should actually do, but all I can think of to say is just to lead it off with, so don't freak out, okay?
Look, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
I just woke up.
All right, but your friend is dead and was probably disassembled by a bunch of people that Perimeter tried to genocide and is probably now trying to return the favor, so just be aware.
Okay. Do you have any out of character ideas for Armstrong to co-opt in character?
Um,
Like the in character advice is all obviously great. They eat that up from the captain, and then they go to it. And here's where you guys tell me help me narrate how this goes with Armstrong.
um, God.
Can't help you
I
anymore.
am genuinely blanking, so I'm really hoping one of you two has an idea here.
I don't.
How to approach Libra with that information? I mean, yeah. It's basically how do you arrange to use the same information without getting the same results, right? I mean, it's insanity. They're gonna have the same reaction, right? Insanity to
Maybe if
think
you approach
otherwise.
if you approach it very carefully, put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Ma'am, I am sorry to inform you."
The shreds, you say.
The God.
I wouldn't lead with that.
I mean, I guess
Libra,
there's
where your friends, right?
there's here. Okay, so what sort of course of action will we take with this information? I guess is one question that we have to have. I mean, it may help if there's a course of action. I don't know, or is this just maybe Libra just needs someone to listen to them so they can vent and hopefully not through their arms.
Well, you know what? Maybe it would be a good idea to call Armstrong back here and just approach this very delicately. Like ask her who this android is first, and get her talking about them, and then say, "I've
And how would
been."
you feel if they were dead?
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess learn a bit about them.
Mhm.
Maybe I guess lead to a more vaguer comprehension rather than a blunt comprehension, or
Yeah.
by
uh,
leading to that subject ahead of time.
well, Armstrong does note that Gwen Reed is friendly with pretty much just about everyone and might be able to approach this a little bit more easily. Oh, whoops.
All right. Sure. I'll let them take it.
Take it away, Gwen.
All right. So, Armstrong and Gwen. Armstrong goes and gets Reed, and they both come over to Libra. Armstrong has put together some little video packages that will help illustrate what Reed is trying to portray and to be gentle about it and kind of approach her with the information more slowly. One of the things that may have tipped Libra off is the fact that she just kind of got blasted with it all as a clinical news burst or a message from a friend. And where was Reed? There we go. I'm using the med bay as your temporary. There's Ontario as your temporary staging for the holding cell that Libra's in. Are you keeping Libra in the holding cell to do this?
Will it hold it up?
Her weapons have been deactivated currently, right?
Yes, they have.
Oh, okay.
Then no, this can be done wherever.
Okay.
I mean, she's still pretty deadly, just as an
Yeah.
android.
Well, we can do this down in the cargo bay where the thing is presumably still set up.
That was a one-shot thing.
Oh, never mind then.
Literally fell apart as soon as I stopped looking at it.
Yeah, never mind. Now I'm remembering now.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a week spent building equipment that would last the use. That was the jury riggest of jury rigs.
Yeah, never mind. Is there any space that Libra found very comfortable?
Roll a charisma or int connect.
Okay.
Sorry, I tried to mute myself before I sniffled. I missed the button. Okay. Well, Android charging station always seemed okay. As long as she wasn't in the same general vicinity as other Android.
Right. Yeah, that'll be fine then.
Alright. Okay. Someone can open up Gwen's sheet and give me a skill roll. She's proficient.
Gwen.
Also, go ahead and give me an assist check from Armstrong. They're proficient.
Okay. Assist check first.
Alright, that gives Reed a +1.
Let's see what happens.
Oh man. Okay. Well, between Armstrong and Reed, they're able to tell Libra what occurred. In the discussion, Libra or not Libra, Reed also tells Libra what you guys did to her. And Armstrong also reveals that the reason that she can't remember any of that is how they know what the message was.
Hmm.
Now, if I'm overstepping, if Armstrong wouldn't have any way of knowing any of that, let me know.
I'm fairly
like-
sure at this point most people are at least vaguely aware of the QEDs on the ship.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Um,
Our creative use of them.
Yeah.
uh, you'll probably want to go back and get some more at some point.
Yeah, we can't really reuse it. Like, can you can use it on the same person, right? But it's basically tied to that person.
I
Or-
haven't
I don't remember.
thought about if you could use it on the same person or not. I think that makes sense. Yeah. But you definitely can't
Need to do
reuse them on different people.
so many times.
Mhm.
All right, so they are tied to that person once used on them.
It is
At the
tied to
very
that person. Yeah.
At the very least. Okay.
Libra takes all of the information with a sullen acceptance.
That's much better.
I'll take sullen acceptance over threatening to blow up the cargo bay.
And Reed, being the kind of friendly go-getter that she is, closes with offering to assist Libra with anything she needs, and also, says that she should talk to Christina Christie.
Hmm.
She's one of the crew on your ship.
Right.
Oops, I knew there was something amiss there. Scotty, you belong up here. All right. So Libra crisis averted. Libra has been woken back up and is paging Zoe.
Yes.
I would like my weapons back.
I'd like to not be shot in the head while I'm sleeping.
You will not be.
I know, because I have your guns.
God.
You
I
can
am not
have
going
him
to
back.
shoot you.
You can have him back in. Hmm. Well, a timeline doesn't work because you just wait until then and then get them back and then shoot me in the head.
I am
Good
not going to
behavior?
shoot you in the head.
Well, I'm rather attached to the rest of, like, below the head too, so,
Sorry, where is this conversation happening?
This is just a call between Libra and Zoe.
Right, but are the rest of us hearing Zoe say this crap?
Oh, that's a good question.
I assume I'm in whatever office the chief engineer has.
Engineering.
Isn't that just the space under the spike drive?
No.
That's where I take naps.
Oh.
Yeah. Xander made clear note that there is an office in engineering. It's a small closeted little room. Does it have a window?
Yeah, but the window looks out at the engine, so it's
Well.
it's not a window that goes out into space. It's a window that goes in to
Oh, of
see the
course,
engine.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my impression that the ship didn't actually have any, or that if it did have windows going outside, it was really not that many, and only in very particular sections anyway.
Yeah, no, we have cameras. What
Yeah,
do we
you
need
get
windows
cameras.
for?
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
ship does not have external windows.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
If I do have a view screen set to an outside view, I'm looking at the engines from the outside.
So yeah, Zoe is
We're very on brand in engineering, okay?
Zoe is in her office in engineering. There may be some people in engineering that can hear it, but Less likely because the engine is not quiet.
Also because, well, no, I guess she'd have the door open. You never know. I mean, if you have the door open, then you don't have to stand up to yell at people.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good management practice to leave your door open at all times so you can
Mhm.
scream at your employees.
Open door policy. Not because I want you to come and talk to me, but because I want to be lazy when I come out and talk to you. Anyway.
Libra responds, I didn't threaten any of you.
Not exactly true.
I want my weapons back.
Okay. That's an okay. I acknowledge that you have that want, not that I'm going to do it.
Understood.
Just wanted
And,
to make sure that we were very clear.
and Libra disconnects.
Somehow I don't think Libra feels any better, but it's fine.
Look, I did get out that I would give them back some kind of good behavior thing. I can't
Mhm.
think of how that would work, but I'm sure that the much smarter Zoe knows something.
You did make that comment. Do
Look, I
you?
would be perfectly willing to put the guns back in if I thought she wasn't gonna like be mind controlled by perimeter into killing us all.
Is how do you want Zoe to handle it? You don't have to, come up with all the exact solutions in words, but just to give me a general idea of what is a gist of what Zoe's thinking.
If we figure out some way of stopping perimeter from mind controlling them, she can have her guns back.
Okay.
And I'm even perfectly willing to help them work on that. We'll put a Faraday cage right around their head.
God damn it.
We'll get
I'm
them a
upset that
Magneto hat.
I am upset that that is exactly what I was about to suggest.
Yeah. Get a fucking Magneto hat. I could just see.
We're just going to find a bird cage in storage and then
Yeah. Oh my god, that's amazing. Nova with a bird cage around their head. Or Libra with a bird cage around their head.
well, why stop there? We can put one around Nova too, just in case.
Well, yeah, because we don't want them biting each other.
Right.
And for all we know, nobody just be mind controlled by the other trend.
Oh.
Where does it stop?
Like a biological mind control?
I
Pheromones or whatnot?
I am like 99% sure that's not the case, but that 1%.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
All right. So does Zoe sit down to? Is Zoe putting her time into this right now, or is this just kind of a thing that she said off the cuff, and that she'll just as it comes?
Look, I have a series of nested importances, and right now I'm making sure that the ship is good, and then after that we can move out to. Like, do you think I'm in this office just for my health? I have work to
Yes.
do. I have 3 jobs on this ship. Do you know how much fucking work that is?
What are your 3 jobs?
Uh, head chief engineer, head pilot, owner.
I don't think owner's a job.
That's because you're not an owner.
Sure comes with enough paperwork to be a job.
I thought we were
Oh, and
making
also,
I thought we were making
also
Nemesis do all the paperwork.
chief trader. Well, no, somebody still has to sign it. She just
Yeah.
gets it all in nice, neat packets.
Why don't you buy like a stamp?
Because you have to actually read the packets. You don't just fucking sign anything.
We
God,
really need to hire that other
have you just been signing stuff?
I shut off the comms.
This is how we find out that the ship isn't actually owned by either of us. You gave it away like 7 sessions ago.
Oh, more than that.
Oh God.
Yeah,
We need
because
to get
7
you,
sessions ago would be someone on Kanagiris.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
One
The
of the
Raza is
mercenaries.
technically owned by that lady who hates us because we killed her husband.
We didn't kill her husband. She just
We allowed
hates
him
us.
to die?
No, or I think her husband was dead before then. I'm pretty sure she just hates us.
Yeah,
No,
they were
this
they were
wasn't-
different factions.
God, I cannot keep track of who is interrelated with who. I need a
No,
fucking
to be
web
fair,
chart or whatever.
to be fair, the Kanagiris stuff doesn't matter. They're all nuts.
Also, to be fair, they were both really minor characters. They got like 5 minutes of screen time.
Hmm.
Well, okay, the general got a little bit more than that, but he still got pasted.
He was there for a while talking to the janitor.
Yes, he was. All right. Well, is there any other business that the crew wants to attend to before you arrive at Astos orbit?
Hmm.
All I can think of right now is air hockey tournament, but we don't have a table, so forget it.
Tabletop baseball.
I mean, you say we don't have a table. Don't we have like TL4 manufacturing capabilities on here?
Yeah, we definitely could knock out a air hockey table. It's no big deal.
Yeah, that would be
No.
like the rookie stuff for us.
That's true. Are you sure that air hockey tables aren't pre-tech though?
Fair. I mean, poking a lot of small holes in a table and making it smooth enough,
Yeah.
It's not the table itself, it's the puck that's really hard to make these
The
days.
only way we know how to do air hockey now is telekinesis. So we
Yeah.
need Charlie to referee and provide the telekinesis. No one can figure out. No one can understand the physics of modern day.
Oy, oy, oy.
They've ever complicated it all.
Pre-scream air hockey.
Where, where, where the puck has literally zero friction. Can you imagine? It'll just
Wow.
keep going.
Yep.
Oh god! Every time someone hits it, it'll just keep going faster. God, that would be terrifying. Like if it flew out, it would decapitate someone.
I don't know if it would keep going faster. I think it would still exert. It would still lose a lot of energy as the person hit it.
No. It's not just it's no friction. It's perfect maintenance of momentum.
Oh, so
puck.
we are talking
so what it
TL5 air
is-
hockey.
Yeah, no. It's got a little a little telekinetic barrier on top, and it's a vacuum inside with zero friction.
Right. So not only does it not slow down in contact with the table or the air, it also just takes all the energy whenever someone hits it and just goes faster and faster and faster until it either gets into the hole or flies off the table and kills somebody.
This sounds like a terrible idea. Thankfully, you guys don't have TL5
Well, you
manufacturing
see-
capability.
You see, that's why TL5 air hockey is considered a blood sport.
Well, that and the spikes on the puck.
Are you sure
Right.
it's not Maltech?
No, it was widely enjoyed back in the days of the pre-scream.
So it sounds like an air hockey table does get made and put in the rec area.
Yeah, I guess it does. Why not?
Okay.
I don't know why we did this, but we did.
You're the one who brought it up.
Look, just because I say things doesn't mean you should do them. Wait, No, I take that back.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, aren't you the captain?
Shit. All right, I guess this is my fault, isn't it?
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Whatever. Fine. Yeah, air hockey tournament so we can have crew bonding.
It seems to have been kind of effective already. Let's see. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get Armstrong out of there.
Eventually, we'll have a whole arcade in here.
And you arrive in orbit around Astos. You see the usual smattering of ships. More ships around Astos than are typically around other planets. But that's entirely normal for the nature of Astos, being that it is almost entirely occupied by various megacorps. There's maybe 5% independent businesses, aside from whatever businesses the government of Astos holds for itself. But the public service sector is also largely privatized and run by corporations.
Okay.
You see the usual Union fleet, a few Mercure ships, and a small smattering of Spectre Star technology ships. The Spectre Star doesn't usually make a large space presence or present a large space presence. Union definitely does, and also a fair amount of galactic mandate ships just kind of trawling around in orbit, and dozens of orbital small orbital space stations, um, some of which might be 4 rooms and some might be up to 40 rooms, none of them large. All of them either a specific outfitter or a specific company or a strip mall, obviously owned by a company, in which smaller companies can operate a store. There are some advantages to having those to go into those ships in orbit instead of going down to the planet, but those advantages come at the cost of higher prices.
Right. Well, I don't think we can I don't think it's probably it is probably not a good idea to bring the Raza down to the planet, because that's basically putting up a giant billboard saying, "Hey, it's the Raza here."
I am going to repost into Discord the bit of information you got from April about Astos.
Yeah.
It is quite a block of text, I realize as I'm pasting it.
Blammo.
But the final sentence is probably the most important one there for why this is even of any relevance at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about this. Why do we not want Perimeter to have override over the corpse?
So I may have misunderstood the situation a little when I first heard this, because originally it sounded like there was some possibility that Mercury Corps was involved in framing Union, which could get interesting. But in this case, I'm not really sure what's going on.
Mercure Corp thinks someone framed Union, and I didn't write this in there, but I should have. They're not pointing fingers at Perimeter. They think Perimeter is doing an honest investigation, if a little bit on the sketchy side, meaning that that they themselves aren't planting things. At least Mercure's little bit of investigation doesn't believe they are, but they're also not being entirely all that careful with evidence. You know, it's the kind of thing where you see someone walking out of a place and you say, okay, this is that guy, but you don't really know it's that guy. They're playing fast and loose with the evidence, but Mercure doesn't think that they're planting anything. So someone else, according to Mercure, appears to be framing Union.
Hmm.
And if after a little bit more information, you guys decide that you don't care about it, just fuel up and head on by.
Well, we can poke into it a little. It's probably a good idea to go to one of these stations and get at least a little bit in terms of repairs done, because we do still have some hit point damage to the Raza that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
And hasn't been yet. And while we're here in this heavily manufactured area, it might be a good idea to pick up some scrap if we can, and maybe do a little bit of trading. If that sounds like something Zoe wants.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
Makes-
I do have something that could be sold for a decent amount.
Ooh, are we about to become drug dealers?
Tech,
Or
sorta.
wait, no. Pharmacists?
Yeah. We're a pharmaceutical company, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. Well, that adds a little bit more credibility.
Yeah, it's just drug dealers, but legal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, normally, what you want to do is get a large population addicted to whatever product you're selling, and then convince doctors with possibly kickbacks to prescribe more of it, so you
Mm-hmm.
can just expand that. But we don't really have the manufacturing capabilities on this one ship to do that, so we'll have to go through a middleman.
Yeah.
But
Great. Love middlemen. That's always fun. That's where we're
but
gonna make our real money.
yeah, but you get it.
Yeah.
Let's stop at one of these out of the way stations that looks like it has decent repair capabilities, and then take stock of the situation.
Okay. One moment, please.
No rush.
Oh man, I almost just named another NPC Eddie. I can't do that.
Eddie's Eddie.
Eddie's Eddie. Yeah.
Maybe this one's his
There's only one Eddie.
clone.
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah. This one's named Ed. And his last name? D. Ed D.
Ed D. Yeah.
Oh, maybe this. No. I've got it. The last one was Eddie. This one's Ed, and then the next one will be Double D.
God, I haven't thought about that show in 20 years.
Yeah. It comes up occasionally.
Only that plank. That was the true star of the show.
Yeah.
That plank of wood.
What show is this?
Ed, and Eddie.
Oh. All right. Well, you end up at Hardy Harpies. It's a rest stop, bar, and maintenance / repair.
All right.
Unless you hate the name so much that you would go somewhere else, they appear to have fairly good reviews on Space Wikipedia.
Do they have harp music playing?
It is not harp music, no.
Well then.
I know, how misleading.
Yeah. For shame, I'm nearly tempted to test our weapon systems on them.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm not actually tempted to test our weapon systems on them.
You need to.
I
you need
mean,
to
the
take, like,
Galactic
10%
Mandate
off
ships
there,
are
bud.
right over there.
By the way, it is officially May 15th, and the Broodmother project is officially done.
Thank God.
But not the modular upgrade,
Oh my God.
which is the important part.
Yeah.
You're on your own. Actually, I don't remember what I was working on.
You were working on expanding the infraworld detector.
That's right. Still.
Still,
Yep.
you may be able to get some help with that. Jai could certainly help. Nemesis can also help in their various capacities. But otherwise, Zoe will just continue working on it in her, well, not spare time, as she goes, and it will eventually be finished. It will take more than a week, though. It is not a simple project.
Mhm.
You are welcomed at Hardy Harpies, given a docking point and instructions, um, and a price checklist of how much it'll cost to conduct repairs on your ship.
I'll hand all that off to Zoe.
All right.
I don't have enough work already. What the fuck, dude? Come on, do your fucking job.
Well, maybe just no. You're the one who's responsible for paying for things and for repairs. This is in line with your current job.
I don't like it when you are right, so I'm going to ignore your arguments now. Do 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 do.
Why are you doing that?
Because it's really fucking annoying and I want you to suffer as much as I.
Okay.
Anyway. So I'm sorry, what am I in charge of? I'm gonna add
Uh,
it to the notepad.
it's just the I just handed off the list of prices and stuff for the repairs to you.
Do we actually need any repairs? Are we just doing like maintenance?
No, you're actually
We've
down 4
actually
hit
got a
points.
few. Yeah, we're down 4
Yep.
hit points.
Okay. Wait,
Oh.
We can also.
what the hell do I have this whole engineering crew and a giant stag of spare parts for if I'm not fixing these things?
It's generally cheaper to get it done at a station, I think.
Hmm.
Well, actually, it might not be. I'm not sure.
I mean, we're already paying these people. Like the expensive part is the salaries.
Yeah, I guess I had kind of looked at the other way around. But no, my default there was wrong. I think it would be cheaper at a station because they've got the much cheaper crew. So let me change those prices a little bit. Um,
How are we on our like 6 months before shit gets real?
oh, you're actually pretty far in. Let me give you. There you go. Reduced prices.
Hey,
So yes, you can get it done cheaper here, and it's not using your precious spare parts. It's actually using your credits.
right.
It might be worth doing the maintenance or getting the actual proper maintenance done here while we're here and while we're looking into things and getting
Okay,
the
but
actual trade set up
I have
if
I
that's
have a
what.
follow up.
Yes.
Do we want to have the ship be taken apart while we're in a system full of Union
No,
and
probably. Honestly, it might
whatnot
actually be a better
perimeter.
idea to wait until we're back in March, where we can reliably assume that won't happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So your 6 months were actually up 4 days ago.
Fuck.
That doesn't mean that you have to have it done right now. I'm
What
changing.
do I have? What do I have all these ship crew for? What are they doing?
I'm I've basically set a randomized date at which something bad will happen if your ship is not maintained before then.
Mhm.
Dang it.
Well, we'll just plan to we'll plan to get the maintenance done in the next system over
Okay.
Or March.
I feel like I'm really shitty at my job because I have what, like 10 people working for me, and the ship is still like didn't get repaired after we took damage. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I didn't realize we had actually taken damage. I don't remember when that happened.
Honestly, I don't either.
Yeah.
It was oh gosh. At a
Was it
time.
was
I
it when
think
we were landing in Canagiris? Did somebody shoot at us?
No,
Mm-mm.
it was
it
before
would have
that.
Has anybody shot at us so far?
Oh wait, no, was it from the when we were just fleeing this system?
I think it
Yeah,
might be.
it was. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah. That's when we did the slam, or what do we call it? Not the gravity slam. The oh gosh, the one where you jump in a hurry.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
gravity slam.
yeah,
Oh, what is
yeah.
gravity slam?
Okay.
Okay.
So it's been like a week since that happened, right?
Yeah.
And I guess we were busy.
You've had a lot of
Fine.
things that have been happening. Yeah. You're off the hook. Um, the maintenance I had written in that I would allow maintenance to be performed in flight at a rate of 25,000 credits a day. I think you guys decided not to because that does still use your spare parts, which you're still trying to put towards repairing other parts of the ship.
Hmm.
But if you wanted to, yes, you could be bringing down the 497,500 maintenance every 6 months cost at 25,000 credits a day. And if you'd like, I can try and put a tracker somewhere to keep track of how much you've put towards
No,
that.
I don't really want to make a whole bunch of work. I just find it odd that the maintenance is the same whether it's just me doing it or it's me plus whoever's in the engineering section, I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, because it was 6 months when it was just me, right? Just like the five of us or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have people helping me. What the fuck are they doing if the maintenance is still the exact same amount of, right?
Well,
I think it's more like a crew response to issues, right?
Well, no, I think I get what you're asking. The cost is it's just abstracted to a certain amount every 6 months. It's not that it doesn't fluctuate based on how much work you can put into it. It's just every 6 months about you need 500,000 worth of maintenance on the ship, whether it's done by those crew under Zoe because you've got time to do it, or whether you spend a week at a space station that's puts a dedicated team of 24 people on your ship to perform it real fast is it's still going to be that 500,000. Does that hit what your question was?
I guess my question is, it feels like the engineering crew is not doing anything.
They could be. They haven't been so far. And again,
It feels more like we're a damage control crew,
yeah.
I guess, or like we're just watching dials, and if anything goes wrong, that's all. Like, I don't know. It feels like smartest engineer in the sector would have some sort of in-flight maintenance going.
Yeah, you can. Like I said, you if you want to going forward, I'd even be willing to go backwards a bit if you want.
No,
You
I don't need to go backwards, but
okay? You can do ongoing maintenance to the ship, um, and at the rate of 25,000 credits a day, it will only take you. It would only take you a few weeks worth of time over those 6 months to do it. So you wouldn't even need to be like constantly doing it over the course of those 6 months. It would just be, you spend some time on it here and there. The disadvantage of doing it that way is that you're spending spare parts instead of credits.
right.
So that's entirely a choice that I actually conceded that one to you guys. You were I had initially said that no maintenance has to be done at the space station, and that was brought up as a, well, why? That's kind of the same argument you're making right now. What are all these crew for if we can only do the maintenance on a space station? So I said, yep, oh, you're right. And that's when I came to the maintenance performed in flight at 25,000 credits worth of maintenance every day.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can
Well,
take advantage of that.
maybe I'd just forgotten that we had come to that agreement. I don't know.
I'm gonna throw this out at you. Scroll down a little bit, and you'll see where I've highlighted maintenance chip repair.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, wait, scroll down where? Discord?
Oh
Look,
yeah,
you want me to actually look at Roll20? Get out of here with
I
that
do. I
nonsense.
know, right?
Okay.
And so just keep that in mind. Balance whether you want to spend credits on the repairs or spare parts. I think you guys are more or less good on spare parts now. Your only big expenditure now is the drive, right? Because you've already put the
Well,
spare
no.
parts
Yeah, I
into
think
the
so.
weapon.
No, we haven't.
What? Yes, we have.
Oh, it's. Let me look at it.
We
I
put
don't want to.
some spare parts into the weapon.
Oh my god. I feel like we do this every time, and I can never
Yes.
remember who
Well,
wins.
that's why I started writing it down instead of just keeping mental tabs.
We've
Yeah.
got 17,500 more spare
Yes.
parts we need to put into the weapon. It eats a lot of fucking spare parts.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately.
That's because we only have like 2 of the weapons actually working, right?
No, we've got all the weapons working except for the metaspatial hypercharge cannon.
Oh yeah, the Yamato cannon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which if a fucking like what are they called? A little gun thing doesn't pop up, and we all have to put on sick like glasses when we fire it, I'm very disappointed.
You also have 20,000 spare parts that you need to put into the spike drive if you want to raise it up to a spike drive 6.
Right.
So
That's what we've been doing this whole time. We've been putting spare parts into the stuff. Okay, cool. I've narratively worked it around so I feel like I'm not wasting 10 people's time.
Yeah.
They're also useful for salvage operations.
Yeah. Yeah, but we haven't done any of that for a while, so.
Yeah, sure.
we really need just a fuck ton of spare parts, really.
Yeah, basically everywhere we go. Hey, you got any spare parts? Cool. Buy them.
Now there is the option we could just blow up some other ships and steal their bits.
Yep. I even wrote a small section in my GM journal for what salvaging ships looks like.
We could kill people and steal their bones, Zoe.
I mean, what would we do with their bones? They're not very structurally significant.
Ah, but they are.
Calcium carbonate does not make a good lightweight. I give you all the structural reasons why bones, making your ship out of bones isn't a good idea.
But think of the intimidation factor.
I mean, you could just send them pictures of them.
I mean, we could go out I mean, we wouldn't need if we were piloting a ship made of bones, we wouldn't even need anything more than a mere skeleton's crew to run away with that.
My God,
Oh boy.
that's so bad. It makes me laugh, but not because I want to. Uh,
All right. So your
Mm.
goals here on Astos are you going to lock up the ship for a week to get that maintenance done, or do you want to wait until Lamiera?
no, we're definitely gonna have to wait till March,
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
which
Now.
means I gotta take all the people off of putting spare parts into things and on fixing whatever problem we just found out we had.
We don't find out about a problem until we hit the mystery date.
Yeah,
We
the
did
mystery date. No,
4 days ago.
that's just a 6-month date.
Oh, okay.
The mystery date is something different. It's
Oh.
mysterious.
But hopefully we can last long enough until we get to March.
So here, do you still want them to do the hit point pairs?
Nah, because that's only 4 hit points down. I think we can wait until we're in March anyway for that too.
Okay.
What we do need is just a quick refueling, and then maybe contact some people.
All right. So then the fuel is going to be 500 credits. That's easily done and paid.
Yeah, I'll take it out of the ship funds.
And what kind of people are you trying to connect with? So I guess because this is kind of a nebulous situation, you're not really sure what side you guys even want to be on. Um, what are you trying to? What information are you trying to find first of all?
So I guess I should ask the other players right now. How much do we want to even deal with the situation here on Panos? Or Pana? Astos. Whatever.
Panis. So yeah, I mean it's basically. I mean, I don't really care too much about the situation here.
Alright. Arch?
I'm sorry, what?
Do we
Ha-
care about Astos
Why would
Figuring
we?
out what's good.
situation?
Yeah. Do
Oh,
we
you talking about the union thing here?
Yeah.
I say we just bomb them all and keep walking.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm not sure bombing them all in this situation is the best solution.
Okay. So here's my backup solution. We figure out what it is. We tell no one, and then we bomb them all.
Yeah,
Look,
if
I'm actually
curiosity satiated.
me, Xander, really wants to find out what's going on, but I'm not sure why. Our characters would. This one seems like kind
There
of a
is the
bust.
possibility of figuring out who's doing this, so we know who's like involved in anti-union activity, and maybe could call on them in the future.
Oh, hey, there we go. All right, I'm back in. Yep, let's figure this out. Thank you. Thank God somebody's paying attention.
Also, we can sit around here long enough to sell the fucking I don't even remember what I called it. Hold on. The drugs, yes. I will call them drugs. I think
Where
Atlas is actually probably a good thing to sell if Union's actually buying things.
where are the rest of the drugs going?
The proper
They're
form
right
of
into my
Atlas?
veins. What's up?
The proper form of Atlas, or Jai's special brew?
I've never made the special brew, and I can always figure out a way to sell that later.
Okay. All right. Well, you've on this space station, you are being bombarded with ads. Just interfacing with the various displays and mechanisms to get your ship fueled up are showing you 30-second ads from one corporation for one product and then another one. There's almost certainly 2 or 3 ads for Cuke alone that play.
Hell is cute.
It even has a little mini game where you throw the can of Cuke into the open mouth.
Oh my god, is it like Coke?
Yeah, I'm making a direct IT crowd reference. Which
Wait, does this whole system run on Windows? No, Vista?
I don't
We
know.
gotta back away. We gotta back away from this fuel system very carefully.
Even the fuel is running on Vista.
Gross. It's the only joke I know from that, so that's the extent of the references I'll make about the IT cred.
I enjoyed the show. I do not. I'm not in line with the creator of the show. Absolutely not.
Okay. I guess I'll go over to Google and find out who that is.
Let's do that later. It's an a. It's not a good journey.
Graham Lineham?
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like you're doing anything else on this station except for basically docking here for a minute and fueling up. Are you going to actually go down to the planet, or do you want to try and find anything on what they have passing for a satellite net, internet on in orbit?
Well, I'll be doing that part, but they can do what they want.
Okay. Well, while you other two are thinking
Sipping
about
through
your
public sentiment.
there's a lot of anti-union sentiment in Red Cliff. Nemesis is able to see various videos where people are attacking union locations, union work sites, and union is actually acting in a very restrained manner. They haven't even killed anybody yet.
That doesn't seem like Union.
It certainly doesn't. Union is known for the overwhelming force that accompanies anything that they do, either as a threat or a promise. Or
They're known for their
they
tact.
say it's a deterrent, but it's usually not. And Nemesis is also able to track down fairly easily the initial altercation where there was some kind of a firefight between Union and Perimeter soldiers, policemen, Perimeter officers that, because of the powerful nature of the guns being deployed, and some conspiracy theorists or informational or analysts are stating the structural integrity issues of the wall that maybe the city has known about for years or decades. An entire section of one of the very high walls surrounding Red Cliff collapsed, and a little bit more description is necessary here to tell you that cities on Astos are surrounded by skyscraper high walls. They're designed to keep the roving dunes of Astos out of the city, or if they did not have those walls, then the level of dune swells as if it were tides on an ocean world. At the point where the wall collapsed, the sand that had accumulated against that wall and because of the prevailing winds was continuing to be pushed was up to 15 meters high. And when that wall collapsed, of course, the sand flooded in and a lot of people died. And that's what sparked this whole thing, was an altercation between Perimeter and Union, There were some other news reports also reported by Clementine where various bits of seemingly unrelated violence were being included in the same news cycle. If you'd like, I can play those all for you, but they're also available in the what's it called? The
News
news network.
Right.
Artemis
The
News
Artemis plaque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not actually necessary to go back and read or listen to them, just to know that there have been random bits of violence in Red Cliff which have been ascribed to ongoing corporate violence or have been connected to corporate violence. And that's actually what the Perimeter Review Board is currently holding trial over.
There is bits of interesting stuff we could investigate. And there are specific things we could investigate if we wanted to do some fun detective work. Hold on.
Breach.
And we're actually at 12:45 right now. If you guys wanted to take our 15-minute break early, and then come back fresh with 15 minutes worth of ideas, we could do that.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Is
Yep,
an early break okay for Xander and Meow?
Yeah, it works Yep. for me.
All right, cool. Go ahead and take our 15-minute break. Come on back at just a little bit after 1.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Going back into frame to this epic music that has finally started 2 hours into the game.
Well,
Dum, dum,
not
ba-da-dum,
it's
bum,
not playing now
ba-da-dum,
because it
bum,
doesn't loop for
bum,
us.
Oh,
They still
I-
haven't fixed that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's.
trying to help.
Oh, you're with your own music. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that the Roll20 the looping doesn't work, right? Or it
Mhm.
only works for the host.
It feels like sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't.
I don't
Maybe.
usually think about it because it's background music.
Yeah.
But
If it
yeah, it's definitely not playing for me right now because it's finished a 10 minutes run.
Yep. And it's just got that the box at the top that is blank and has no. Yeah, it's just a blank box, right?
No, I still see the name of it. It's just 10 minutes out of 10 minutes and nothing's playing.
Right, but there's no little lines indicating when the music rises and falls.
I don't think players ever saw that. I don't think players ever see that.
Ah, okay, okay.
That's a host side.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
if it is bothersome to you, I will try and find a workaround that lets you guys continually hear the music. But I haven't gotten the sense that you guys really care all that much, as long as every now and then there's music.
Yeah, I mean, the music is not as important as being able to,
Right, right.
doesn't need a hidden Richard track, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Because this pains me.
All
It
right.
sure does.
So, you've had a 15-minute break to freshen up. Have you given some thoughts to how you want to approach getting some information? And I guess it's just as open-ended as that.
Honest. All right. Yeah. Let's have our conference meeting in the conference room.
Okay.
That's what conferences.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to give you guys a conference room on here. Go ahead and use the rec area.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You don't actually have to do that.
We all sit around the air hockey table.
In the cargo bay. Oh, okay. Rec area.
Now, you guys probably have. You can probably use the bridge as your we're talking in private kind of area.
More like the get wrecked area. Ayo.
Hey.
Oh, for Harry, the get
Ew.
ripped area.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We actually hold all meetings in medbay just in case Jai drones on too long. That's where all the strong stimulants are stored.
It's where we keep the good shit.
Hmm.
Everyone's dosed with psych-in the moment they step into the meeting.
Actually, to make sure that the meeting is as secure as possible, we hold it in the EVA.
Extravehicular activity.
Yep. We all clomp on our magnetic boots and go outside.
Actually, I have a question, Dex, now that I think of it, since I brought up the psych-in. If we are making a plan and give Nemesis psych-in while making the plan, since the planner focus generally assumes that the bonus is based off what you planned before, would they get the psych-in bonus
You know what the answer is
on all
going
the?
to be.
I actually don't.
Oh,
I'm gonna say no.
yeah, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Particularly any involved plans, anyways, takes longer than the effects of Psychic, anyways.
Well, that's why we give you multiple doses.
And
Oh,
the
lordy.
administer reroll isn't just Nemesis making a good plan; it's also the participants following a good plan.
Fair enough. So what you're saying is I need to dose everyone with psych-in at all times.
You need to dose the plan with Psych-in.
Okay. I soak the paper we wrote the plan on in a vat filled with psych-in.
I'm sorry,
Paper.
but this is one
What,
of
do you
those
think we're
mythic.
rich?
This is one of those mythic quests, like finding the uncried tear of a lonely maiden.
Mhm.
That's what the plan is. It's an abstract concept, and you have to somehow figure out how to physically spray it with Psychic. But first, you have to figure out where it is.
That's pretty easy, honestly. All you need is a large needle, and you need to jam it into their tear duct. And you just go from there.
But then that tear is cried, and it's no longer
Oh
good.
no! You don't make her cry. You just absorb the tear from the.
Jam the
you just-
needle in her eye. She's crying.
Well, you sedate her first.
This is gonna go in a really bad direction.
Look, also, he's not gathering the tears that she's crying. He's gathering the tears that she has uncried,
Yeah.
direct from the source.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? She feels closer to you because you've shared this bonding, needle eye jamming experience, so she's no longer lonely.
That seems.
Ah,
It's
but that's
okay.
what the QED.
That seems very.
Hold on.
What has she got? Like Stockholm syndrome?
No, she's a
Like, what the heck?
masochist.
Dex, that is what the QED is for.
You use a QED to make sure she's still lonely. God,
Yep.
terrible person.
As I said, this is going into bad directions.
I know what I'm about, and it is making weird metaphorical quests into literal ones.
No, all right then.
All right. Anyway,
All right, so you guys are having a discussion about what you want to do there.
all right. I think we just. I think the easiest option is just to contact local. Well, actually,
Local authorities.
no, not local authorities. There were a couple of news reports that struck me as at least a little bit interesting.
Ping me, I'll ping you.
Well, I mean, you're not in the right place.
Why are y'all in the cargo bay?
Because that's where we're having the meeting.
Oh,
God.
God. Nemesis, pay attention.
I don't wanna.
No, you don't. Right, so what was I going to say now?
I have
There were
no
a couple
idea.
news reports.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, since the wall collapsed, there was that whole situation with apparently individuals demanding justice for some minor drug dealer about a month back, I think.
Pharmacist or drug dealer?
I think a pharmacist.
Mm.
So the shop was called Drugs, 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 so could go either way.
Look, if they had a building, they're a pharmacist,
Yeah, that's fair.
which is
And
what
if they
makes
don't have
us drug dealers.
and if
Mm.
they don't have a building, they're a street pharmacist.
Mm. I want to argue, but I honestly don't care. The point is that's something that we could actually investigate and search, especially given they were apparently found dead, and murders generally leave trails. Now, another option would be just to approach this with trade in mind, contact a local union official, work out the deal for whatever goods we have to sell, and sell those, and then maybe bring that up incidentally to get some information from union side about the situation. Do you either of you have anything in mind?
Well, I mean, I could do my usual, talking to the traders.
Hmm.
I don't have any strong feelings about this one, so I
Thought you
don't.
wanted to. I thought
Hmm?
you wanted to blow people up.
Me? Why would I want to blow people up? It's usually
Is-
Jai's go-to.
Because that's.
I mean, Mercure Core, but I mean, it sounds like this isn't. I mean, I guess I'll try to dig up dirt on Mercure Core.
Yeah, try and find out why they're so interested and why this is somebody's framing, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's them trying to make people think that they think somebody's framing. You know?
Yeah. And it's really them framing. Are they
There
projecting?
are, there are a number of Mercure Core facilities located on Astos, so
Yeah. I'll start, I guess, noting down where those are, I suppose, and I don't know, thinking of ways to get information from. I guess, like, hey, what are good hacking targets?
Okay.
Because to a hacker, everything's a hacker.
No, of course. Hacking is the hammer of hacking.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you say so, I'll take your word for it.
When everything looks like a computer, all you want to do is hack.
Hack, hack, hack.
If you say so.
Is this gonna be all? I mean, we consider this a plan, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you guys start putting together specific directions you want to go, I'll let you start making it as a plan.
All right. This information. What? I
I'm
don't really
looking
know what
through
to call
things
it.
again. Did we ever sell that jade statue thing?
Nope.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we sold it to my dad. Somebody in March. I don't remember exactly who.
Okay.
Some random merchant. You just you happen to get a really good roll on it.
That's right.
All right. For some reason that was still in the inventory, so I'm removing that.
I think because everybody thinks it's my job to take care of that, and I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's availability on shopping here, by the way? Because I probably need like storage units and stuff to just keep on the ship.
You can probably find storage units easy enough.
And I guess we always need spare parts. I particularly need spare parts for the drones. Now that I've got so much money that I don't mind building them out of spare parts.
I think we've got other things to focus on for spare parts right now, but yeah, could buy some for the drones definitely while we're not paying attention.
What
Yeah,
was
I don't
what
know
was
what I'm talking
what
about.
was Jai doing? And Zola was gonna question traders about what specifically?
Also, I'm
Or
supposed to be
any?
selling something, but I never got an exact answer on what I'm selling.
Well, that's why I was saying we should maybe contact a more major union official than just a trader, because the idea was basically to sell this drug formula that might be valuable to them.
Oh, great drug formula, of course.
Of course.
we try and sell that and it didn't go well?
There was something. Well, the demonstration didn't go the greatest, and oh
That's
gosh, what was
what
the
it was,
place?
yeah.
There's also a different drug there.
The Shogun thing.
That was a different drug.
That was an actual combat drug.
Right. This is just a Adderall.
Yeah.
Which,
Basically.
yeah, okay.
Atlas.
Yeah. We can move that and try selling that to someone. There's also the project office database, which you could sell a lot of data from that, probably.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to try moving that.
From March.
Yep.
What was it? Was it Oop?
And I, ooh,
No, that's a different office. The project office database actually has research and stuff in it that you could certainly find some kind of information broker who'd just buy the whole thing and then parcel out the parts.
Mm-hmm. Probably for a decent chunk of
right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would that be another Zoe thing, or?
Probably. Unless Nemesis has contacts.
I mean, I could certainly try some
Develop some.
connecting.
Yeah.
If we're gonna spend a little bit of time here, at least.
Basically, yeah, the plan right now is to find people that are willing to tell us stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So, literally everybody should be doing that.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you two are dealing with the trade situation, I can help you with that from a distance. But I actually might want to go down and poke around myself in that old pharmacy to see what the situation is on the ground, see if there's anything left there I can look into.
Yeah, I mean, if they're willing to let you.
If they're not, I can just break in.
Yeah.
All by yourself. Split the party.
Yeah.
All
Why
right,
not?
old drugs pharmacy building? Sure. Feel like I'm missing something. I guess.
I'll bring Charlie with me, and we can just do that.
Okay.
The project office, that was a March system thing, right?
Yeah, it's actually
We want-
peer office.
Oh, peer. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's not how I noted it. Anyway,
It's not.
I guess if we want to sell it so close to March,
You just focus on the Atlas stuff for now. We can probably move that somewhere farther away.
Yeah, you can probably use that on Thurid, which is all Mercure cores. They would love to have all that information.
now see, maybe
Here's the other option, though.
Sorry,
we don't have
the
to.
GM
We
is
don't
trolling.
have. We don't have to sell it on Thurid. I mean, we're
I
probably
don't even know
going
what to spend my money on at this point, so I don't really know if I'm looking to sell it.
No. Hold on. Thurid is in Kudi Tahiridi, right?
Goody Theory, yeah, that's my home planet.
Right. So we're going to be jumping through March. We're probably going to jump through
Anvacu, did I tell you?
Anvacu or Demos. We could probably hop through Yolos and try visiting Agio or the Cabal. That'd be somewhere we could sell stuff probably like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could also pick up stuff here. I guess I'm the one who has the link for that.
That is your fucking job.
Yeah, we could pick up stuff here and take it elsewhere. We don't have to sell our stuff here, right? We have enough money kicking around that we could be buyers instead of sellers.
Right. those are all options, and like I'm perfectly fine with like dangling the Atlas as an option here because would be there would well, I don't know about major, but there would be some pharmaceutical companies interested in that if you wanted to just do a little trade with that.
Mhm.
That is much less major than the peer office database.
I wonder, can we set up a license for the Atlas and sell the license? Let somebody else make it for us?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That is
I,
your job.
if you wanted to
That's
do
I
it, I'd
wasn't
figure
wasn't
out.
actually talking to you, guy. Talking to the DM.
If you wanted to do that, I would figure out some way of making it work. I would prefer it be a one-time payment so that it's not something I'm
Yeah,
tracking
but
later on.
yeah, I get that, but that's not how business works.
Yeah, but simulating biz is a pain.
Also, once they realize that they're paying the Raza, they're like, we're just not gonna pay you anymore. What are you
And
gonna
we're
do
just like,
about it?
you're. Well, now, funny you should ask.
We're
Yeah.
going to kill you.
Well, we have this cannon, see?
Yeah.
And we do need a test target because we haven't used it yet.
Mm-hmm.
We would very much like to know how much damage it does.
But yeah, we would. But yeah, go ahead and see if you can set up a license for that. Poke around for stuff you can buy. I think it might be a good idea for looking for spare parts right now because we fucking need those.
Yeah. I'm down to buy spare parts.
I
Yeah,
think
we got the money.
one of my other hesitations on something like setting up a license is that's more of a long-term thing that you spend some time either finding the right people to set up infrastructure or setting up the infrastructure yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't if that's something you guys decided, hey, this is what's interesting to us and we want to do this. I wouldn't say no. Like I said, I'd find a way to make it work. But it's more of a long-term thing than
So
just.
here's what I would say.
Mhm.
You could still make a license be a one-time sale.
Mhm.
It's just cheaper than selling the whole, right?
Like I still hold the patent.
Oh,
But
I
I
see
saw
what you're saying. Okay, I
Yeah.
misunderstood. Let me clarify. I actually do already kind of have that listed in the distinction between selling exclusively or non-exclusively.
Yeah, so non-exclusive sale.
Yeah,
I still hold the patent, but I'm selling rights to use the patent.
right. And
Okay.
then you can
Gotcha.
go and sell it to somebody else. Theoretically, in the game world, they're restricted from selling it to other people, so you have other customers you can reach out to.
Mhm.
Whereas if you were to sell them exclusive license, then they could then go and sell to other people, but you're getting a lot more money from them. I think I'd put it at times 10.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because we're selling them the rights to the entire thing, not
Hmm.
just, hey, you can produce this and sell it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
okay, yeah, sorry, I misunderstood you. Yes, selling a license is something you can absolutely do exclusive or keeping the rights to it yourself.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Now, if you want to set up a manufactory, then we're talking about long-term projects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
the whole point of licensing this out is that we don't have to set up a manufacturer. That's somebody else's fucking job.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me look at your plan so far. You've got Zoe's making union contacts for selling Jai's Atlas formula with the idea of raising questions about the situation on Astos. Nemesis is identifying Mercury core facilities that may be right targets for hacking. And Jai is going to the ground to investigate the old drugs pharmacy building.
Yeah,
I
I guess
will.
and
presumably with
I
Charlie.
I think Zoe is also trying to buy see if she can buy any local goods or like spare parts as well.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that correct?
trying to find the link to the thing that says what people need and where they are, and obviously I'll probably have to do some kind of trade roll to figure out what the people ahead of us need, but
Yeah, that's. I'm still failing you on that because I don't have every planet mapped out. I think
yeah,
For
that.
shame.
look, the ones we're going to. I don't need all of them. But yeah, that's the sort of thing that I'm figure we're gonna be here for a while. So before we leave, at some point, I would like to look into that, and then also spare parts.
Alright, I am sending you a message just to bring our chat up to the top because I can't find it in the list.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I actually pinned it in our chat. You should be able
Oh
to
yeah, there
access
it is.
there.
Yeah. For some reason, I was looking through it in all the like. No, that's chapter survey. No, that's the wrong one.
And
there it is. Trade supplement.
Meowkin, I have to correct you. The name of that building is drugs, not drugs,
Oh.
drugs.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta
okay, exclamation.
every
Yeah.
every drug gets an exclamation
I
point.
I fixed
The last one.
Thank you.
No, it doesn't escalate at all though. You don't have like
No.
Hold on.
No.
You sure it doesn't go italics?
It's a uniform
regular
drugs.
to bold. Doesn't go
Nope.
Doesn't go like that.
No, it's a uniform drugs each time.
Drugs.
I really like drugs.
So do they. That's why they called it drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
All right.
Are
Where's it
all
all
of
gold?
you going down in the Marauder? Or are you going down in a drop pod?
I think we might be going down separately.
Yeah, I'm going down in a drop pod because I'm a trader.
I don't know. Does Nemesis even need to go down?
I was gonna check the web for how tightly is the internet here controlled?
Well, the satellite net, or orbital net, is just carried among the satellites. It does, of course, get updates from the ground and send updates to the ground, etc. But it can't really connect to anything. There's still no wireless connectivity to any buildings or hacking targets of value.
Right. No, I'm just talking about contacting people. Like, oh, hey, what's challenging target?
Yeah, definitely. There's a
just networking, connecting, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
connecting with the
Nemesis,
local community.
The question is, do you want to come down as an obvious but visible? Do you want to hide amongst the? Do you want to sneak down, or you want to come down with me? Because I am not sneaky.
Yeah, no, I'll come down separate from Zoe.
Okay, so I'm going down in the not the drop pod. What's it called? The
Marauder.
No, not the Marauder.
Well, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a cargo lighter anymore.
What the hell happened to our cargo lighter?
It became a drop pod.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then how the hell am I supposed to do any trading? God damn it.
Use the drop pod.
You can
Or-
you can still do
or
200
you
tons
use
for
their
trading.
or you use their ships. Whatever they have to lift cargo.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
we just land the Raza.
I mean, yeah, that's gonna cause some problems, I think. There.
But no, I've learned from 5e. No one cares if you walk around fully armored in town with shield on arm.
Hmm.
One second.
And I'll just they don't mind we come down wearing combat field uniforms either, right?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was waiting for an opportunity to tell you that the drop pod will have to have its weapons removed. This is just a quick half hour worth of work for your crew. You will not be able to walk around in anything above street armor, and cannot carry any two-handed weapons. So, pistols and knives are fine to carry. Monoblades and combat rifles are not.
Little do they know that my masterwork Tento is better than a monoblade. Idiots. Anyway.
And I kept getting the
What about
idea. Oh, sorry.
what about weaponized? What about weaponized drones?
Well, you're not carrying it, so it's fine.
No, you can. You also. They will not allow the weaponized drone of drones weaponized with any weapon, whether it's a laser pistol or laser rifle.
All
Shotgun?
right, it's time to
Camera?
start working on modifying those drone weapons then to be concealed.
Yeah, but he could still have a drone that just has a camera on it, right?
Mhm.
She can still have a drone that just has a camera on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
Look,
I need a concealed weapon drone.
Information. I've been told that information is like half the battle.
I'm trying to remember. Have we talked about concealed weapons on drones yet?
It would just be a mod.
It's just a mod on the weapon, right?
The concealed mod.
Essentially.
Well, it's going to be a mod on the drone. You're disguising the drone for something else. And if you want that something else to be a different type of drone, I'd be fine with that.
The question is though, would that be a fitting or because technically I don't think it really addresses mods on drones specifically.
No, mods can be applied to any equipment as long as it's
I guess it's really up
appropriate.
to I guess it's up to the DM. Yeah, because I forget that the book just mentions like, oh, here's some suggestions.
Yeah,
but it's like, yeah, that could be whatever you want them to be.
Exactly. I think the intent was that it could be anything, but the sample mods list does very heavily skew to weapons and armor.
Yeah.
There's a couple in there that are clearly, beneficial for. Actually, there you go. High efficiency. With a duration of operation, such as a vac suit or a fueled vehicle.
I feel like that's. I'd be curious how the cost of that compares to, because there's a fitting for that too. Like I feel like that's a bit of a conflict there.
It just depends on whether you want to spend.
Unless the mod's more expensive.
It costs 5 times the device's usual cost. It's definitely more expensive to mod it.
Oh, okay. Then yes, okay, that does make sense.
So
that's actually good to know, though. That'll be something to look at.
Your decision matrix is: do I want to use a fitting for this or pay a heck of a lot?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So whatever, I'll start working on start looking at modifying probably the one of the gladiator drones to be have concealed weapons.
Okay. The concealed mod costs 10 times the device's base cost.
Now, okay, so that base cost
the device
the drone itself.
Yeah,
because we're not concealing the drone. Though. We're concealing a weapon.
Well, the drone is built in such a way that it is a weapon drone. It's not just this.
Oh, that's only 100,000 credits.
It's not just this any day old drone that you happen to sling a rifle to. It's got thrusters that are designed a certain way.
I need to find a good way to burn credits, anyways. And 100,000 credits to make a concealed weapon drone.
I will admit that's actually quite a lot.
It is.
Yeah, it costs as much as a tank.
It's an expensive drone.
Oh, this was your Electo, wasn't it?
No, it's the packs. I don't have an Electo.
That's right.
I kind of want Electos, but that's a whole thing.
I can kind of see why in this
because the Electro are the VIs.
World people use real people to shoot people instead of drones. Like we could just hire you some people who will do what you say.
No, it's much cooler to do it with the drone.
To be fair, if Nemesis had built it with just a stalker drone base, it would only be 30,000, not 100,000.
Yeah. No. Stalker drone would be 10,000.
Well, I'm including the cost of the fittings and stuff.
Oh, the cost of the fittings? Oh, jeez. Hold on, let me math that out.
Yeah, I was saying the whole package that of drone that you created.
Oh wait, I think I have the whole price somewhere in my notes because I had to put all that together.
Let's not take too much more game time with this. Go ahead and figure out what that would be and put it in chat and ping me with it, and I'll look at it later. I probably will not make it cost 10 times, okay?
That's not as bad as I thought. It was only 155,000 credits.
Okay, go ahead and put that in chat and ping me with it, and in discussion, please, and I'll
Yep.
take a look at it later. All right. Have you decided who's going in what? I think Zoe's going down in the drop pod because she needs the cargo space.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that Jai is going in the Marauder?
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a real stealthy approach. Does this thing look like? Can I put some panels on it to make it less stealthy?
You don't have to use the stealth mechanics. The part of the stealth is how quickly it can drop and break.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah, you can just lower it
I'm
down
just-
like normal cargo lighter speed, so it's not flying
So it's
off
not-
people's
them.
radars.
Yeah, it's not super obvious that I've got some mil tech in this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
The external, like from a visual inspection, yes, it is still going to look like,
Damn it.
that's
Why
a
did-
very
wh-
heavily armored cargo lighter. But it's, as long as you take the weapons off it, it's not going to raise too many eyebrows.
Yeah, because I mean, we're traders. We gotta go out to the frontier, and some people try and stiff you out there. Yeah.
I don't think that drop pods are all that uncommon. They're okay. Let me backtrack a little bit on that. Union ships use drop pods.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not so worried about it.
No.
We'll blend right in.
And they use them for the same reason that you just said. Not everywhere is safe.
Mm-hmm. It's the same reason I am carrying around a knife and a laser pistol,
Exactly.
but not armor, because that would mean that I was, looking for a fight.
What, she's not wearing her frilly pink lacy thing?
No, that's social armor.
My bad.
That
my
means
bad.
that means you're looking for a fight.
All right. So let's look at one of these here. We've got Zoe. We've got
Who am I
Nemesis.
taking with me?
And why don't you set up
Switch.
who is going with Jai and with Zoe? Go ahead and pair yourselves up, and I'm going to talk to Meowkin about Nemesis for a minute.
Did we have a backup pilot for you guys? Because I'm gonna be flying the dropship. Nataria's got to fly the Raza. Or do we have somebody who's a little bit worse than Natario who can fly the Raza while Natario flies you guys around?
Yeah, technically, any of your crew can adequately fly the Raza. They will not be able to do anything advanced with it. And the
And
same
they
would go for if they were flying the Marauder.
I mean,
Right.
really, just park it in orbit, and it just, it's parked. And then if someone needs to move it a little bit, yeah. I mean, not parallel parking here, right?
Well, no, but hey, come pick us up.
Well,
we kind of
actually,
want somebody who can actually do that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
yeah, you're actually not even parked in orbit. You're docked at a space station.
Oh,
You could undock if you wanted to, but you don't have to. I feel like I just threw a monkey wrench out there.
I mean, if there's a space station, this is a space station around the planet, right?
Mhm.
So presumably they would have like shuttles go between the surface, right?
Yeah, you can also use that. There's no difficulty in you guys getting down to the surface. It's just the only
Yeah,
difficulty is
yeah.
who wants to be left
I
without
feel
their
like I'll-
own transportation back up.
Yeah. The problem is we have 3 ships and 2 pilots.
I'd be fine with you just have we don't need the Marauder, do we? I mean, I'd just be fine just taking down the shuttle.
Again, it
That would be
depends.
the
Do you guys are you guys wherever you guys are going, is that anywhere near where I'm going? Because I could definitely pick you guys up on the way out.
Yeah.
well. I'm not sure where I'm going currently because I need to figure out where I do want to go.
You will almost
And-
certainly be going into the same city.
Right. If there's just one big city, then you guys take the shuttle if you don't want to be obvious that you're
That-
arriving with me.
That's fine.
Yeah,
and then we can all leave together because who gives a shit on the way out?
there's multiple cities, but Red Cliff is where the action is happening.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it also the place where money is exchanging hands, or will it be weird that I'm looking for trades there? Like,
Yeah,
is it the main port city?
no, it's not. It's not the main port city. Astos is a little bit more developed. In that it has multiple large cities with these large walls. Um, but you'll be looking for trade across the planet in pretty much any city that you go to.
Okay.
You don't have
That's
to fly
fine.
down to a specific city most of the time. Not for Astos.
Well, and if it's the big port, that's where the megacorps have locked everything up. So you got to go to one of the smaller ones to actually get anything.
Yeah,
Probably. I don't
probably. All right. Meowkin. Nemesis is doing some initial inquiries through the orbital net.
Yes.
Um, what information is she trying to find? It looks like just trying to find. Well, how would she go about finding Mercure facilities that could be hacked? What is she looking for?
Like I said, I'm just trying to find if there's any hacker communities, and any, I don't know, like maybe infamous targets related to Mercury Core.
Okay.
Like, just that's why I was curious, like how tightly controlled the I guess conversations were and everything on there. If there was any, I guess I kind of want to say dark web, but I guess I don't know if it's necessarily that really applies in this situation, but
Well, why don't you
that
go
kind
ahead
of
and roll me a
the forums.
an interconnect check.
Okay.
You could also use charisma if you wanted to.
No, I want to use intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, 8. Hmm.
All right, so I'm
Is
going to
that
put this
perceived?
this thrust back on you. Yes, Astos is a very globally developed planet. It doesn't have cities all the way across the globe, but it certainly has more than a lot of places, with perhaps March or Lamiera and Hlif being the only ones that beat it out. Even Thurid isn't using nearly as much of the globe as Astos. Um, and so they've got a developed network. They've got developed wireless network. They are still holding to the mandate standards, the old Terran mandate standards, that uh, buildings do not connect to this wireless network. It's all the whole network is just for information and servers. It's not for actual service.
Gotcha. But presumably there's still like chat rooms and bulletin boards.
So Nemesis is able to find a location that might be suitable for hacking. I'll get to the description of it later, but I want to draw out of you. What is she doing? How is she getting to this information? Where does it come from?
Like I said, I'm just looking for basically whatever seedy bulletin boards hackers, just chat about like their conquest, or it's like, oh man, this is a hard nut to crack, or like, hey, there's something weird going on here.
Okay.
Just like I said, chat rooms, discussions, people.
All right. So she does through that she does identify a possible, a potential target that is constantly referred to on this seedier side of the network as having very low security presence and very limited security presence around a terminal that they've stupidly left accessible to the internals of the building.
Sounds like a trap.
That's exactly what several of those posts are saying, and it'll be up to Nemesis to gauge whether those people are
That
right or take the risk.
indeed.
But she's
Well,
able to conduct this
the real
research.
challenge is outsmarting the trap.
Of course. She's able to conduct this research before any ships leave. any before the Marauder or the drop pod leave, and go down with whichever one she wants to. I see that people are being organized into the EVA area.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure how many people can fit on a dropship. Was it 3 or more?
3 can fit in the cab, but if you're going down with the cargo container, then you can fit up to 100 people in that.
Right, I couldn't remember if that was actually a thing or if we just hoodwinked that to get Jai onto the fiery planet.
Nope. Yep, that's actually a thing.
Okay.
Um,
Then yeah, that's my 6. I've got me and my aide. I've got somebody to be my NCO, and then I've got 3 people for the heavy lifting.
Okay.
Actually, one of them should probably be security. I can't remember who our security people are.
You've actually got 2 of your head security in there.
You
Omikoa
got
and Saul are both. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, our guard
Then I
ones.
need. Do we have a regular security somewhere? Where the hell are they?
We got a lot of guard people.
You do.
Yeah, just look at the
Like Elizabeth. There we go.
yeah, under Roger crew.
All right.
All the G0s are guard.
G0s.
Is
And
Jai
G1 are
taking
the-
Yeah, there
anybody
we go.
with him?
Okay, good.
I think I suggested taking Charlie with me. Otherwise, maybe one of the guards. Let's say, who do we already have?
They're somewhat arranged in the barracks. At the top are the guards, and at the bottom are your crew.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take, Oh, no, I meant coming down with us. Sorry. Are those in the Ava?
No, these are my crew. Get your own.
Well, fine. Christ.
Take my people in galley. If,
All right, fine. I'll take Meatloa and
I like how we've all decided that Scotty has to stay on the ship. This is the guy who's eventually going to steal this fucking ship from us because we just keep leaving him up here.
I'll take Scotty. I'll take Scotty with me. And then the
I mean,
question
it is probably a good idea to have somebody up here with, command
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
no, that's
Notario's
true.
going to be the one to steal it.
yeah.
Tiles. Well, I feel like the Tiles more like just take it for a joyride.
Just because it's called a joyride doesn't mean that it doesn't start with theft.
Right, but I mean, usually a joyride's gonna come back to you.
it's just a happy theft, though.
What the hell? What the hell? Joyrides bring the car back. That's how you get caught.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, it was your kid taking Dad's car out for a spin.
That's not a joyride. That's an
I feel like that.
it's
Is it
an
not?
idiot doing it. No, I think a joyride is very specifically you steal somebody's car and then you drive it
Oh. Huh.
and then you ditch it somewhere.
Ah.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Any of these people that I don't know very well have an interest in subterfuge other than Natario?
I want to pick
Or-
the sneakiest looking motherfucker.
Yeah, who's the sneakiest looking one?
Well,
Well, that would be very racist for me to answer. So,
What? Wait.
I'm not sure I want to
No.
know either.
no matter who you pick, it's racist.
You know, Gwen's a people person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I could use a people person.
Oh, so you were talking about crew, not guards. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh wait. Oh, Gwen's crew. Right.
Yep.
I was thinking guards. Yes, I want some muscle with me just in case, since I won't have a drone. I won't have my weaponized drones yet. Not that I expect to get into any fights, but
What the hell is this guy?
Oh, which one?
Can I click on him and find out?
Ah,
Oh, he's a C0? What the hell's C0?
Crew.
Well, then what's
And
S?
that's
Science.
scientist.
Science. Okay.
Yeah, we don't really. They just kind of live in the workshop in the lab. We don't really take them down to planet. I assume they're allowed to have like leave and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
they're not really the type of people you want to take down to the planet.
I mean, they
you know.
are, right? If we
Are they?
actually had some science things for them to do, just not this planet. It's already,
Oh yeah. Well, and usually when we're down to the planet, we kind of feel, we're all like, there are 3 experts,
Mhm.
So when we're on the planet, we usually fill all those needs ourselves. So the only reason we take people down usually is because we need some, muscle, because
I
we're
don't
not
know.
really good fighters.
I feel like bringing the science people down is we're gonna have to make a notice checks, and none of us can do that, except for Charlie. And
I have a 0 in notice.
oh,
No, no, I'm sorry. I
right.
have a 1 in. I have a 1 in notice.
Wait, then
But,
why are we? Then why are we so bad at it?
we're just bad at it. I mean, I have
Oh,
a 0 in
alright.
wisdom, so it's +1 total.
Fair enough.
So it's not. I'm not like I'm good at it.
You're better than someone with a -1, which is at one point it was most of the crew. I don't know
I
if it
think
still is.
I think I'm at a -2 actually, because I have like a bad wisdom. I think.
Yes.
No. I'm only a -1. Okay. I
Okay.
just roll bad constantly. Yeah, because I have an 8 wisdom, which
Oh,
is so as absolute at lowest you can go and still have a 0. Ay, ay, ay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll the int fix that you mentioned in the discussion for the. I don't know if I have any modifiers, but oh, look at that, easy.
there you go.
5x. So
Yeah, 10x seemed a little bit. It works for guns and armor. I don't think I need to necessarily apply it unilaterally to everything. And I am the GM.
I think that's right.
So I'm allowed to make that decision.
I mean, I still could almost buy a tank with it, but that's okay.
You could, but now you've got a PAX drone with a freaking laser rifle. Or was it a laser rifle? Or did you put something else on it?
I think I did laser rifles just
Okay.
because Nemesis has a
Oh,
predilection for. I have a
is it-
predilection for late energy weapons.
Yeah.
Is it one of those ironical nicknames? Oh, the Pax drone. Yeah, the piece of death.
I don't know. I don't know why you chose PAX for that name. All right.
I think they were like peacekeeping, or were they peacekeeping? I don't remember.
They might have been.
Common pre-tech drones. Pacifying troublesome worlds at Latch Quantum ECM. So yes, they were there to bring peace.
Yes.
Wait, does Quantum ECM screw with drones?
Uh-huh.
Yes. The Electo drone though can actually operate in Quantum ECM.
Because it has a VI in it.
It's a full-fledged VI. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
which means
that
it has a
you
person in it.
Yeah, you
Yes.
don't program it so much as you tell it what to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, okay, so it's just a person that we could hire much cheaper.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I need to get some Electos now.
They're just almost
Although
impossible to find.
The drone control link hasn't. I've learned limitations of the drone control link, which is still really cool, but I can't do exactly what I want. So now I just need, if I want a fleet of drones, I definitely need the Electos. A fleet of Electos. That's reasonable, right?
Yeah.
No. No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
Look, I mean,
Anyway.
we literally did just try and get a fleet
A fleet
or
of
a
battle
squadron.
androids.
Yeah, battle androids. So
Yeah.
Which didn't work at all.
well, only because it was previously already pre-owned. It was pre-owned.
There were
Yeah.
some programming conflicts.
Mm.
Oh well.
All right. So
Hmm.
we've got Jai going down in the Marauder, Zoe going down in the drop pod, and Nemesis is just taking a courtesy shuttle down, right? You said it
Yes.
doesn't really matter how you get down there because you can all meet up at the Marauder or the drop pod and get back to your ship with no problem.
Well, not exactly no problem.
Well,
but-
not exactly no problem, but you wouldn't have to necessarily hire a shuttle backup.
Right.
Okay. So with that, you are all given authorization. The specs of your drop pod and your Marauder are received and authorized. The Marauder is, it's probably being sent to a more secured compound because of the weapons it has on it.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm confused. Are we? Who's taking the Marauder down now?
I thought that
You
was Jai.
were.
No, I thought we were all going down together now.
On the drop pod?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
can.
going on a shuttle.
I honestly do not care. I'm going down on
Yeah.
a drop pod.
Yeah, that's fine. Jai can go. Jai and his crew that he's taking with him can go down in the drop pod too. The cargo container that you take down has foldable seats, so it's not like you're just standing in a cargo container for 30 minutes while you descend onto the planet.
Oh, I
Um,
assumed it was like the seats were attached to a pallet, and we just put the pallet and lock it down, and you guys just had to sit in the
I mean,
middle
if
of this big old room.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more comfortable than that. It was
that'd be
made in
hilarious.
Lamiera, so there are some luxury considerations in there.
That's fair.
So yeah,
I get to
there's
sit in the pilot seats, which means I get the most comfortable seat.
you do get the most comfortable seat, and 2 other people also get to sit most comfortably in the cab. Everyone else, your seats fall out from the walls of the cargo container and are minimally padded for minimal comfort on your descent. They are also very secure and seat belted and cushioned where your head would slam into the seat so that you don't destroy your brain.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a panel along the wall closest to the cab, so that if you want, you can watch some entertainment on your way down, catch up on whatever's happening in the city, or be graced with 7 advertisements before you get to the show and land.
Oh my god, the worst.
It's not 7 advertisements in a row. Come on, you watch 30 seconds of ad, and then you get 2 minutes of video, and then you watch 30 seconds of ad, and then you get
The
2
worst.
minutes of video.
Just god awful.
Uh, my previous campaign hated this place also.
Just I could see why we're planning on bombing this place. Just the worst. Who could live like this?
Uh, you can always pay some credits to
And-
make the ad go away.
And now, some time with our sponsor, Skillshare.
Yep.
This ad is brought to you by ExpressVPN.
This raid brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Ay, ay, ay.
You finally land, and all of you are checked. Your security guards that you have with you are armed with a single-handed weapon as prescribed, and are wearing whatever the best street armor you can equip them with.
Armor.
Security clothing or an armored undersuit. Probably the armored undersuit.
Yeah.
That seems more not one size fits all, but closer to one size fits all than actual secure clothing. And then they can just wear their normal clothes over it.
Yeah, secured clothing has to be tailored for you.
Yeah, I thought it would. And you can all split off to your own personal interests.
Okay.
The streets of Red Cliff are not a whole
Paved in
lot
gold.
different from your trip down to Red Cliff. You are assaulted by ads on various holographic projectors, volumetric projectors, and displays on all sides, especially as you're leaving the starport. You have probably seen about anywhere from 3 dozen to 100 ads, depending on how quickly you make it or how short the various ads are, before you even get out of the port area.
Yeah, this place sucks.
Yeah.
The streets outside the port are marginally better. The ads are at least spread out further, but you glance over towards a shop window, and that shop window begins displaying something. You pass along a street, and there's a holographic girl dancing around above you. You know, a 50-foot holographic girl dancing around and showing some sign for some silly product here or something.
Oh boy.
Is it doing that thing where it like recognizes us and tailors the ad, or is it just like you're a female in this age group? Here's an ad for that.
It's a little bit of both. Clearly, the companies that pay more for ad space have better data. Fortunately, there isn't a whole lot of data for any of you here. Actually,
Would you like to? We get a targeted ad. Would you like to blow up the union? Come to Johnny's Maltovs.
that would
Oh,
be
God.
great.
Super targeted ads. I love it.
Hi, Zoe LaRue. Do you ever feel constrained by an overbearing father?
Oddly enough, Zoe's not getting targeted ads.
Yeah,
Nothing
because
seems to be recognizing Zoe.
I
Yeah,
have a
loot
subscription
boxes.
to I have a subscription to the fucking do not add me to any lists list. It costs $100,000 a year, but you can skip all the ads.
Yeah, you know what? You,
The ad-free
you
subscription.
joke, but that is probably exactly what's going on.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking. That's pretty much exactly what I think is going on.
Okay,
My
so
whole family pays very dearly to not have to deal with that shit.
Can we just install an ad blocker?
you can pay for ad freedom.
No,
For-
here's Nemesis. How much do you think it would take you to install an ad blocker throughout the entire city?
You mean just like hack the system?
Yeah.
Hack the
I don't
city.
feel like I should. I
Hack
don't
the
feel
system
like.
install AdBlock Plus.
You mean hack the planet?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a good use of my skills.
You don't?
Yeah, no, that's probably gonna take a lot of work.
Look, boss. I don't wanna.
I mean, well, there's also that.
To add to a Nemesis assessment that it would take a lot of work, the system is apparently learning about you. There's a constant data feed in there. First of all, Hartman
ad for
is being assailed by non-stop ads for various alien-like products and comic books and fiction. Pretty much anything
Wow.
that she looks at shows her an ad for some kind of alien material.
So you're saying this is a great way to learn about people?
Yeah, if you want to invade their privacy. you
Well,
fucking
it's even calling her
terrible.
by her first name.
gross.
Asta is from Astos.
Ah, right. I forgot about that. Hey,
It
it knows
knows-
about the local.
It's
You mentioned
it
that.
knows everything about her.
It
You know,
knows everything
this
about
actually does raise a fucking question, though, because in order to actually have these targeted ads like this, there has to be a lot of surveillance around, right?
There is.
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck is the union thing a mystery? Something or someone should have seen what happened.
Unless they're the ones in control of surveillance.
Also, the location that it appeared to have occurred is more of an ad-free zone. Not ad-free specifically, but it was not a commercial area or a residential area, and it did not, the videos that Nemesis saw did not have the ads all over the place. They had like one ad on a building side, and the violent incidents occurred, in places where, conveniently, the surveillance was shoddy. But
Yeah.
that is
I mean,
a
I
great
guess
question.
kind of makes sense. I mean, all this stuff would just come from just their. You could get most of this from like their commercial activities, if you will. Like, what should they buy? What should they watch? Not necessarily what they did on the street.
I think the point that's being made is that the cameras would see something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Which this information doesn't necessarily need to know where you're walking to every day. I mean, you could put that together with the endpoints.
yeah, that's true. It's starting to build profiles for other members of your crew. as Valerian is walking around, it's the algorithms are testing out various bodybuilding supplements and gym memberships. Because of Nemesis's hair color, it's starting to try and show her pink fashion.
Can I want to see. I want to try to figure out how to manipulate, just manipulate what the results are. Like try to figure out the algorithm and how to. I don't know.
Yep, Nemesis can start formulating that thought.
Start messing with it.
If she gets to a point where she can physically hack it, then of course she can do something directly. Otherwise, it's just speculation or changing her hair color and see what happens.
Well, I can't just change my hair color just like that.
She could put on different classes, different clothes.
What if you loudly announce your interest in certain products and see if that changes it?
Oh boy, does somebody do that?
No, God no.
I mean, at some point, if I'm trying to figure it out, sure.
Well, there
I'll
are
keep it guessing.
A dozen ads that aim at her and target that.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually kind of useful.
Roaming yellow pages.
Hacking supplies.
Here, Zoe, I'm going to help you. Boy, I would like some bulk spare ship parts.
A half dozen, not shipyards, but junkyards located within Redcliffe, and one of those, 5 of them within Redcliffe, one of them off in a different city, clearly paid more for planet-wide ads, are, selling spare parts, selling parts from old equipment, machinery.
Seems like it's a really easy place to find what you want to buy, at least.
Yeah.
It definitely
if you want to find
It's
who's willing
way
to
too
advertise.
bright. It is still way too bright.
Yeah, I put on my sunglasses that block iris recognition.
Uh-huh.
They will never know I was here. Bunch of assholes. It's the laziest form of sales, honestly.
Yeah.
I have no respect for it.
Well,
No,
many
it's
of these products are good, but I'm just not sure they have the quality I want at the price I can actually afford.
And as Jai says that out loud, you see offers for cheaper products.
Literally shot of here.
Jesus Christ.
This is hilarious. I don't know what you're.
This is physically painful to me.
Well, luckily you're not targeted by them.
Luckily.
All right, we note down a few locations and say, well, these are all good, but I'm just not sure they're expensive enough. I'm just seeing how it goes. I'm just seeing how it reacts to this.
You start seeing ads for plain white t-shirts that are $150 for no fucking reason. That also have rips in them, but artful rips. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh boy.
You see a shirt with a hole in it, and apparently it was put there by some guys dropping a giant metal spike off a 45-meter tower.
It looks like someone just burned a cigarette hole in this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who wants to go first on the thing that they actually came here to do?
Well, I want to try a paradox real quick.
A paradox, okay.
This
An
sentence is
advertising
false.
paradox?
Yeah, I guess I got to figure out. There's got to be a better one for.
Specifically advertising?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I've got it. Boy, I sure do like asceticism and abandoning all worldly possessions.
No, they got something for that.
Jai is presented with a handful of vacation retreats, including some off-world packages.
Yep.
Damn.
Locations include Cabal in Aiolos, Sos on Sos, and a couple of places in Lamiera, as well as one secluded underground retreat right here on Astos.
Well, I
it
tried.
promises cave living without all the hardships.
I tried. Wait,
Yeah.
I look at the price tag and it's like 3 million credits.
Yeah, that the
Look,
cave,
you wanted to throw away your resources, so there you
I
go.
guess.
that the cave living one is only 3,000 credits a week.
Oh, great.
Only Jesus.
Only. Keep in
I got-
mind, I think an elite lifestyle is what, 200 credits a day?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not a local.
Yep, yep.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you. I think
Sorry,
that's
I
what
don't-
that was.
I don't know what the range is on my new headset, so
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
God.
I really need to get an actual headset though. This one, it's not my favorite. There's a reason it wasn't actually plugged in.
A peerless lifestyle is 1,000 credits a day.
Yeah, but again, if you're not a local. So
Yes.
even so, that's still half a peerless lifestyle. Or no, that is a peerless lifestyle for a local, isn't it?
Well, 3,000 credits a week? Oh, yeah. No, you're right. It's about half, because that's per day.
Yeah.
The peerless 1,000 is per day. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you figure out what you wanted your paradox to be, Meowkin?
No.
Still working on it.
Nah, don't worry about it.
We'll come back
I'm
around
sure,
if you.
I'm sure it's just listening to for keywords anyways. It won't care. It's not trying to parse the whole statement.
It really isn't, and with some more testing, Nemesis can clue in that there's obviously some analysis being done of your physical form, your characteristics, how you walk, if you look like you're walking with pain. There's a lot of analysis that's going into it, but when people blurt out, I need new shoes," then it's just showing you advertisements for shoes.
Yeah.
It's not really.
It's both complicated and simple.
Yeah, exactly. It's because of that.
Analyzing a lot of different variables, but the analysis of each individual one is fairly straightforward.
Right, and easily overridden by somebody declaring a sudden and instant need.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the nearest gas station? Like every advertising screen just turns into a giant arrow pointing at
You
something.
see a beacon light up in the distance.
Yeah, exactly.
And a nearby local mutters, "God damn it, that stupid gas station's lighting up again. Stop asking about gas!"
They say the word gas and more of it lights up.
Yeah, this one's on
Way
you,
to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we looking at Zoe trying to make union contacts? Are we looking at Nemesis heading towards that sketch facility? Or Jai?
Was I specifically trying to make union? I was just trying to, local traders. Is that union
Yeah.
specific?
What?
Is that only union or?
Well, the plan says
I guess-
union contacts, but I think
Yeah, Jai had mentioned that, but
Zoe was
Oh,
going
okay.
to work that in. She was coming down to meet traders, but with the intent of, or an ulterior motive of finding better union contacts to sell
Yeah.
Jai's formula and raise questions about the situation.
Gotcha.
also I think because Union would be the most likely large party that would be interested in Atlas as well.
I think my stuff can probably wait until like next session. So we can go for the other two for now.
Okay. Well, you all split off from playing with the ads. And I'll go ahead and focus on Zoe first. So, Zoe and her retinue over here,
Entourage, come on.
entourage, are looking for some non-instant, non-small scale trade opportunities. Like, obviously you could go into any one of these shops and buy something. You might even be able to sell something to them, but you're looking for more wholesale. You're looking for more large scale, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom or charisma connect check.
Since it's having to do with trading, yada yada yada.
Yes, you may.
Cool. Do that, and I'll just add another dice roll to the end.
You changed your color.
Yeah, I was getting tired of that god awful whatever it was.
I don't even remember what it was either.
It was bad.
I will do the
Uh,
same, actually.
Yeah, so it's just 9, I guess.
Okay. And you did say that you're looking for trade. I assume you've gotten the document open and you see what specific outships Pana offers. They're still not in alphabetical order.
Pana. I have it open, but I didn't have it on the right page.
Should be
9,
page
there
9.
it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are the outships again?
I've given Xander a special document link because
Ooh.
Zoe's always
right.
looking.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I don't mind posting these in chat if you want, but I'm still gonna retain Zoe's or Xander's privileged information on the whole document.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Mud Soup, Seraphab Modular. Infrastructural designs to suit all needs. Oh, this is what we need when we go to TMNT. You know, so we can set up bridges and whatnot. And then the Squidist Home Line, consumer housewares and home furnishings, crafted of living glass TM. Basically, they grow housewares. Weird.
Yeah, if Zoe is relaying this information, I'll go ahead and throw it into chat.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to keep it
There
secret.
you go.
Keep it secret.
You
Keep it
all
safe.
can marvel at the creativity of your GM. It's okay. You're allowed to.
Self-sustaining and non-perishable fungal slop.
You know, I
I'm-
have heard people talk about shroom furniture before.
Wow,
Kinda-
this is fungal slop, not fungal furniture.
Well, no, there's also fungal furniture. It's made of
Yeah.
living glass TM.
No, no,
fungal
people actually
growth is
do.
pushed through. Oh, okay.
People actually have been pushing stuff like this.
Cool.
Saves on wood.
As for the scrap that Zoe was also as a side looking for, it's easy enough to come by. As I said, there are plenty of junkyards around here. It's more
Sorry.
difficult to come by in the kind of quantities that you want, because the city has a very good recycling program where they are
Well, we're not
turning.
looking for scrap. We're looking for spare parts.
Well, right, but spare parts come from scrap.
Only after you recycle them. So if they have a robust recycling system, they should have lots of spare parts, right?
Yes, but their recycling system is so robust that it is turning plastics and metals into edible slop.
How? How's
What?
it turning metals into slop?
I just
So there's
assume
a lot
that
of
that's
it's an iron-rich diet, I guess.
Hey,
Jesus.
we're already exploring turning recycling plastics into edible food. So I
Yeah, but I mean,
that
plastic-
makes sense.
Yeah, that has cellulose in it at least. I mean,
it's carbon based. It's all hydrocarbons. That's what food is.
well, I don't know how they do this technology. I'm not a scientist, but they do it.
oh my god,
Odd.
fucking hand wave bullshit.
You just really don't want us to get fucking spare parts. We get it.
It's self-contained food.
I really just want to express how good their recycling is. You'll still get spare parts, but it's just
It might be edible.
You can either, in an emergency, you can either eat it or fix your engine with it.
I can make a drone. I can make an edible drone.
Oh my god. You could fly the drone around the ship and then directly into your mouth. Open up the hangar, here comes the airplane. Oh my god.
I love it.
It's terrible.
That's my
All
next
right.
project. My next project, edible drones.
Oh my god.
So,
Anyway,
did I actually tell you what happened with the connect roll, or did I just move straight on to the scrap? I think I just skipped the connect roll, didn't I?
yeah, you did.
My bad.
It's all good. I figured you were
Fucking
killing.
hell.
No, that
Wow.
was just distracted.
Wow.
Zoe is able to connect with someone. Let me get myself back over to the planning over here. If the intent was to find someone, or the ulterior motive, I should say, find someone connected to Union, then Zoe has come in contact with a Sergei Tabakova, a a specialist.
Did you say Sergei Tachikoma?
Uh,
Like the Ghost in the
Tabakova.
Shell thing? Oh, Tabaka. Okay. I was like, wait, like the tank?
Tashkova.
Yeah, Meow can spell it almost perfectly with
Almost.
Taba.
Ah.
Abby. Tabakova.
Taba.
Yep.
Taba.
Hey, since Nick left, should we still have him in the private quarters?
I think you guys were still leaving Android in the private quarters.
No, I'm in Nick
Huh?
McNamara.
Yeah,
Oh,
still
no,
player,
not at
the-
all.
The
Character.
Yeah, let me
yeah.
go ahead and remove that too.
Hey, Scotty
Freed up a
might not.
room.
Scotty can have his own room. He won't mute me because he has to live with everybody else.
You know what? I'm seeing the Nemesis's room stay out thing. Is that because it's private or just because it's so full of scrap metal that it's not actually safe?
It could be both.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so actually, I think I may have gotten. I think I've already used up all that stuff. No, I've used up most of it. I haven't used up all of it.
I mean, you may have used up most of it, but I'm pretty sure we've just kept moving stuff into there.
Well, you
Yeah, I
haven't
mean,
said that,
part-
so.
Part of the joke is that you never run out of scrap.
So you never have to steal it again.
Yeah.
I
Look,
mean,
I don't-
We're helpful.
We don't mind the stealing. It's just that you didn't mark it on the logs.
Yeah.
it's because I was embezzling.
It wasn't shrink. You know. How are we supposed to keep track of our administration
even-
if our
Can't
administration
even
is?
embezzle properly. Jeez. How'd y'all even find out? You know, it's weird how you found out.
How did we find out? I don't
I-
remember. Somebody
I don't
found it out.
know.
Y'all just meted it.
No, somebody figured it out.
No, y'all
I
didn't.
think someone figured it out.
Wasn't it Walter? Didn't Walter figure it out?
I think Walter
No,
might have figured it
I
out.
don't think it. Nobody rolled anything.
No, Walter was gone.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
It was just meta, which is fine. But
I
Hmm.
I think it was that people saw Nemesis because it was a lot of spare parts that.
No,
you were
yeah, we
keeping.
noticed. Like somebody noticed the spare parts
it was
missing.
like
It wasn't-
100 spare parts.
It wasn't spare parts missing because they came from basically a salvage site. So there's
Yeah.
Also, I should point out 100 spare parts is half a ton of spare parts.
that was the thing is
Yeah.
it's a lot of space that ended up in Nemesis's room.
Yeah, but anyway, it's not important. And I don't think anyone rolled anything. I think I'll just knew.
You had 1,000 fucking pounds of spare parts that you hauled off
I
over the
remember
course
there was
of a couple days.
there was something that
It was
precipitated
over a
it.
course of like a couple weeks,
Uh,
I think, wasn't it?
There was
Anyways.
something that precipitated it that didn't make me think, oh, this is too much meta knowledge. And I remember you rolling with it.
Yeah, no, that was fine with it, but I don't think anyone rolled anything or contested it at all. It's just all of a sudden, they threw all this stuff in here because I said out in the open that I was doing it.
Yeah, and then
Despite the
we
fact I didn't
filled
care.
the rest of your thing.
Yeah,
Because it's hilarious. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
yeah. I mean, it was embezzle. It's not like it was anything missing from the. I mean, it was missing from the logs, but that's because I was the one in charge of the admin and everything. No one else is looking at those numbers. And even if they were, they wouldn't know that it's not being underreported by a small. It was like it wasn't even like a significant percentage of what we were bringing in.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
the VOD is always there in case you want to go back and look at how that knowledge came about. In the meantime, this Sergei Tabakova is a specialist in union employ. His area of specialty actually is in pharmaceutical research. So,
Right. So part of the connect thing is we gotta specify. Like, I was specifically looking for somebody who's willing to talk to us about that.
Mhm.
Is that this guy?
yeah, are you actually using
Okay.
focus? Or just the connect roll that you were making?
No, I mean, doesn't the connect roll say that we are looking specifically for some kind of, like, if we're using it to find somebody, we can specify something about that person that we're trying to find.
Yeah,
And if we
yeah.
roll well, then that person has that trait, right?
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just trying to clarify if you were, if you were using any focus with other specific special rules or not rules, but features or benefits, or if we were just making a skill check to try and connect Zoe with a relevant NPC. And
Yes,
no,
the second one. I
okay.
don't think I have any weird foci for connecting with people.
Okay. And no, I don't have any plans of connecting you with an NPC who just says, I don't do that, sorry.
Okay, good. Because I was like, I don't want to talk to this guy if he's just gonna be like, nah.
You talk to another person.
No, that's why he's
Let me transfer you to my boss.
he
And he's
is
like,
a
oh no, that's the wrong
specialist
department.
in pharmaceutical development for Union.
Okay, gotcha.
What I was gonna ask though is what do you see Zoe doing? How is she coming to this connection? Does she find out that she knows people here? Does she just use natural
Straight
charm?
in,
What's going on here?
straight on her name.
Yeah. Let's see. Um, like, oh my god, I knew the daughter of one of the other people on like one of the head honchos of the procurement department used to come to like my pool parties as a kid.
Okay.
And like, oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen her. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. There's connections here. I'm a connector.
Okay. Uh,
The real answer is I don't fucking know.
that works for me.
Okay.
Zoe is. It sounds like she is trading on her name a little bit.
Yes?
Employing the name to do so, to do a little bit of the connection work. She drops her name and is contacted by just a girl of her own age. It says that it's the message says it's been so long since we've talked, and
Like, oh my god, it has. How are you?
Zoe obviously doesn't remember much about this person.
No, god no, nothing. That's why we gotta get some more information out of them.
But her last name is something that Zoe and associated crew can look up and find out that it is attached to this. It's an uncommon last name, and it is attached to this guy who happens to be connected in the pharmaceuticals. So, assuming that there isn't another Tabakova that's her father, that's Zoe's in. Zoe can just point out, hey, I'm here doing some business and uh, looking to sell things. I don't know how much you want her to actually reveal here, but it results in setting up a meeting with Sergey in half an hour at a union facility.
Okay, cool. Works for me.
As Zoe makes her way there, uh, she sees union staff, easily identified by their drab gray uniforms, bustling with activity.
Ooh, bustling.
There is only one person, two people, that are not actively doing something, rushing back and forth, moving things, And that person, you recognize his picture. One of them is those people. One of their names is Sergey, and the other is just sitting with him, probably an aide of some sort.
Is it a young woman about my age?
Um, sure, let's go with that. So probably not an aide.
Does it look like the girl who sent me the message?
You weren't able to get any pictures of her, except for the one that's on her public profile. Those are never accurate, but it does look like her, yeah.
Okay, good. I am so excited. It's been so long.
Behind
this
Zoe's
is-
back, Fairbanks and Elizad are trading concerned looks.
Look, this is Princess. Fucking. She
Valley.
could put that shit on. She could take that shit off.
Valley Princess.
Valley Princess.
Valley Princess. The girl leaps up and, oh my God, Zoe, you have grown so much.
I like that
Yeah,
you started with
Queen.
Valley and then like took a hard left turn.
I
to
remembered
make
that the
sure
girl is
Valley was
Russian.
near Moscow. Yeah.
So I'm trying to do Valley Moscow, yes.
yeah. The valley right next to Moscow. Oh, it's hilarious.
God.
She rushes over and gives Zoe a hug, or tries to.
Yeah, let's hug it out.
And she takes Zoe's hand and walks back with her hand in hand to the table at where her father is sitting.
God, I'm not sure I can keep up the Valley Girl accent.
You don't have to, because I'm not going to be able to either.
Okay, thank God. This must be your dad. Like, oh my God.
I can't keep it up in there, you guys.
Uncle?
What's your uncle?
General cool guy?
This is my dad. He has advanced so much in Union thanks to you and your father's help. Thank you.
Well, try and help our friends as much as we can.
He has also stood up as you guys are walking back over, and gives what do Russians do? Do they salute? Do they bow?
I
Firm
give him my
handshake?
hand, and he does that like kissy noise over the hand, but doesn't actually kiss it because that's.
Is that what
gross.
Russians do? That seems
I don't
more
fucking
Italian.
know.
I'm pretty sure Russians just do handshakes.
I think
Yeah.
Russians just do handshakes. Yeah. I mean, this is
Look.
Russians 2,000 or 1,000 years in the future.
I'm a fucking princess. You don't just shake my fucking hand, okay?
Does Zoe say that?
No, of course not.
Okay.
All right,
do I
yeah,
care?
you're right. They do a brief Cossack dance in front of you. Are you happy now?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it, but you know.
I want to see legs go flying. I want to see you be as close to the ground as you can get without actually touching it with your butt.
Oh,
It's how they show respect.
it's how I break my knees just watching them. Yeesh.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
So yeah,
That just
he
might be idiotic.
he shows the proper amount of respect, but is restraining to a handshake.
Yeah, that's fine.
A respectful handshake.
Yes. And he starts off with, Ms. LaRue, so nice to see you again, but I do not want to be rude. We must make haste, you see. Union is very busy right now.
Oh my God, of course. Like, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just have some really cool things
Please
that I want
stop, for the love
Okay,
of God.
fine.
I can't listen to this anymore.
I just got like some drugs for you.
Like, I just totally want to sell you some really awesome drugs.
Stop, please. I will. I will kill you and everyone else in this chat room.
This one is called Atlas, like the Greek dude, or maybe Roman. It's so hard to tell these days.
Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Your pain makes it easier to do the Valley Girl accent.
No.
No, this is good because I have a character in my D&D game coming up that I'm trying to do the same thing with. So
Oh, no.
I'm loving it.
So we're
Oh my
spreading
God.
this around. It's proliferating.
I can only do 2 accents, and both of them are terrible. And one is Valley Girl, and one is, well, I say, Mr. Dubois, take me to the
God.
cotillion.
I do declare.
I do declare, Mr. Dubois.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
So, anyways.
Like, oh my god, so let's talk about this sweet stuff I'm gonna sell you.
Yes, what is this drug?
Oh my god, I don't fucking know. Like, I have not been paying attention at all to the drug development. I don't know what it does.
I probably
Word
gave
for
you the
drug.
fucking. I probably gave you the fucking.
I like
Yeah,
you
like a
pull,
spec
you
sheet
pull
or
it,
something,
yeah,
okay.
you pull up your data pad or compad and just start reading.
No, look, I'm not one of those people that hands you something and then also reads it because I'm not an asshole.
Well,
People,
okay,
people,
this drug,
people
right,
know
right,
how to
this
read,
drug.
okay? Nothing
That's-
is as annoying as somebody handing you something and then also reading it to you.
Kind of
To
agree.
clarify, that's what Jai did when he first gave her the spec sheet.
Yes, I know.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
God, we're the worst. All right.
Yes, we are.
Anyway,
So Zoe has given him the spec sheet of it.
yeah, there's got to be like a spec sheet or something.
Yeah, data results results of studies of the drug's effects without actually giving any information about the formula of it, because that would be
Yeah.
a poor thing to do. Um,
Just not very smart.
he takes some time to look over it while Zoe and his daughter valley it up.
Her name is Svetlana.
Okay.
I'm just write it down somewhere because it's going to be important later.
Oh, I am
Okay.
Svetlana Tabakova.
Yeah, we catch up while he's reading or whatever. Like, yeah, I hear you guys need drugs now because of that place. Like, drugs got exploded or whatever.
When that.
I'm bringing this conversation around to where I actually want to go.
Alright, fair enough.
She clarifies it didn't get exploded. That just one person died, and everyone's making such a big deal out of it. It's not that big of a deal. It's just one drug dealer. She is shushed by Sergey.
I mean, sounds like a pretty big deal. I mean, people getting murdered in the street over like drugs and stuff.
Yeah, but it's just drugs. Okay, that was even worse. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you can't just say just drugs.
Just drugs. Just drugs. Just drugs.
Oh my god, do you know what I'm trying to sell to your dad? Like, come on. You're totally spiking my sale.
My god!
You like it?
No! That's the point! I hate it! I hate it so fucking
no, it's getting-
much!
Lulu's gonna need so much therapy after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh god, hilarious. I mean, if you want, I can totally do bro dude instead. Like, have you seen that tubular wave?
I've gotta say, it is a little funnier imagining Zoe talking like that.
Yeah, because like right after this, she's gonna like as soon as you leave, she's gonna be like, "All right, let's go back to the fucking ship. Like, let's get
Yeah.
the hell out of here. Fucking hate this
Yeah.
place." This is literally her idea of how princesses talk.
Her idea of
and
how
because-
princesses talk is
and
Valley
because-
Girl.
And because she's a princess, this is how princesses talk.
Self-fulfilling.
Zoe, we're British.
She's an award winner. So any of her actions are the actions of an award winner, by definition.
Oh my god.
Yep. That's
You can't argue with it.
yeah.
I don't want to. I give up.
Hilarious.
Svetlana ends up kind of regurgitating what you've already heard on the news, that Miss Kim, the deceased, was apparently a key witness for Union in the perimeter investigation that has only gotten worse since Miss Kim overdosed. And so she's mirroring some of the suspicion that you saw outlined in the Mercure documents that April gave you. That, she didn't overdose. She was murdered with drugs, but, still, it wasn't her mistake. She didn't accidentally take too many drugs. Somebody deliberately gave her too much drugs.
Right. Did she die of an overdose in her store? Where there's a lot of drugs?
She did, yes. She was found dead of an overdose in her own shop.
I don't know what that means.
Svetlana does. Svetlana tells Zoe confidently that people say she never sampled the goods, but everyone knows that's a lie.
I mean, why does everybody know that's a lie?
Because who would have a drug shop and not take the drugs?
I mean, I sell drugs and I don't.
Most pharmacists actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you invent the drugs for curing,
yeah, but these were just like marijuana and crack.
Recreational drugs.
Oh, drugs was just recreational. Wow, I don't know where the fuck that accent went. All right.
Wow.
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 We went into a very strange place with that accent. Look, I'm trying to draw her dad into this.
Well, he's been grunting along and shushing Svetlana along. Svetlana has been politely ignoring his shushing.
Yeah, I'm gonna like use the fact that he disagrees with her to like social kung fu him into like correcting her. Like, all right. What do you think about it, Mr.?
Let's get a charisma talk on that.
I remember his fucking name. It's not about trading, so I can't fucking get away with that.
Nope.
I'm not very good at this.
Do your best.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
That's not your best.
Can I re-roll?
You certainly may. That is not a success, so you can re-roll it.
Hey,
putting the re-roll to good use. See, that's what I always argue is the strength of the expert is you're not good at this check, but you can re-roll it.
Yep.
I love the expert.
I'm +1 in this check, I guess. +2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
+1.
The expert ability definitely. Well,
expert, we've gotten a lot of value out of.
It puts in a lot of work when there are skill checks to be made and can't always be made by the best person for that skill check.
Right.
Yeah.
And it helps in a lot in this game where it's really not that combat focused.
Yeah.
So we're mostly making
We could definitely make it more combat focused. We just avoid the combat focus.
Right.
Yeah, because getting shot at fucking sucks.
And we are all experts. None of us are warriors.
Yep.
Okay. That is a success.
Social kung fu.
Yeah.
Social jujitsu.
So he corrects.
Did you use his strength against him?
Yes, he was being very his strength was that he brought his daughter to talk to me, but I used that against him.
So yeah, it's social
draw him
jiu-jitsu.
in. Yeah, social jujitsu.
Yes, he corrects Svetlana. He states very clearly and confidently that the proprietor of that shop had key information that would have exonerated Union of
Her own murder? What?
not of her murder, no, of
Maybe I'm confused about what the Union's being blamed for here.
well, he's about to tell you.
Okay, thank God.
Would have exonerated Union of starting the fight with Perimeter back on March 18th. The whole thing, the reason that Union is currently under investigation is because of that sandwall collapse, which, excuse me, which Perimeter blamed on Union opening aggressions to which they were forced, for their own safety, to respond. And this is information that was not included in that report there, so this is actually new information. The investigation is because Perimeter is accusing Union of having instigated a fight which killed over 500 people. Sergey here is confident that Miss Kim would have been able to exonerate and say that unruly Perimeter agents began that fight, and of course that the testimony of the surviving Union workers from that altercation is being treated as biased evidence. Not biased evidence, but it is being discarded as biased.
Interesting.
So he is definitely of the strong opinion that Union did not begin that altercation, and that not only
Perimeter started it?
that basically the altercation, the first shot fired was from a Perimeter gun, and that's all that's necessary. After that, Union could argue self-defense.
Right. But why would Perimeter want to? I literally asked him, why would Perimeter want to start a fight with you guys? I mean, you're pretty big business, right?
Yes, of course, Union is big business, and also starting a fight with Union is never good. Union will fire back.
Yeah, so it sounds like somebody used that against you to get you into a fight with Perimeter.
I don't know why first shot was fired. Maybe it was a grudge between someone in new Perimeter staff, and we've not been allowed to question the Perimeter agent who fired, or for any of the Perimeter agents involved in the altercation. This drug looks good. How much do you sell it for?
Zoe might not be an expert in drugs, but she is an expert on the market.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the market is for this though.
And I don't remember what we settled on, if anything, Jai.
I
Lulu.
don't either. It was a long ass time ago.
We're at the end here, so we could probably take the week to figure that out.
We could, yeah, and I've changed the project system. I was tying it to the project system at first. I had connected the factor that you get from it to the amount of points that you had to accumulate, but since I've done away with that, I'll have to figure something else out. I'll probably just freeball it. Yes, I will take the week to figure out how much is that worth.
Yeah.
Atlas worth. And if you sell an exclusive license to them, I am sticking with the times 10, so it can be worth quite a lot. But I'm trying to keep the price of things that you guys can sell to below 1 to 6 million at the highest ranges for the absolute best stuff. And Atlas,
you don't want us to just buy spaceships?
No.
Lame.
I want you to have to work for it. You'll have to do a few things of this.
So wait, hold on. If we manage to get a hold of a battleship, you're going to cap it at 6 million. If we try to spawn it to someone.
Yeah.
Are there any battleships in? I guess our dad was building some battleships.
Our dad.
My
Our
dad.
dad.
Sorry.
No,
Look,
that's
I
funny.
feel like at this point he basically is our basically.
Basically. Ship dad. No, I'm gonna disagree with that one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop you right there and say you're
Um,
wrong.
There are no, if I remember right, there are no known capital ships in the sector. Not even the Bro have any anymore.
Right, because they're busy building our capital ships.
Well, there was a big war with the Bro, and part of the agreements were that all capital ships would be scuttled, and nobody's built anymore because they're extremely expensive to both build and maintain. However, yes, if Daddy LaRue's ship gets built, it will be the first and only in like 50 years, I think.
Ooh, I want to steal it. Ooh, I want to steal it.
I know you do.
So,
Fuck, I want
Wait,
to steal it.
hold on. What you're saying is we need to go back to the graveyard, find that one gigantic ship, uh, refurbish it, and fill it with replace all of the life pods with weapons.
Yeah, if my
That's
dad
how it
has
works.
a battleship, I want a dreadnought.
Yeah.
it's a Titan class ship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Titan.
Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll
Okay.
just call it. We'll just call it the world. We'll just call it the World Breaker.
Okay, but you don't get to be captain of it.
I mean,
not-
I don't really
not-
care.
No one man should have all that power.
So, are you going to say you get it because you're
Yes, because I'm a
girl?
woman.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, I figured that's where this was going.
I want to
Look.
reorient us real quick because I do want to finish up one thing before we break.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
That's okay. So Sergey does in negotiating the price, Zoe can tell that he is being pressured by time. There's something else going on. It's probably related to the ongoing investigation. Zoe can tell that much. But it's not just the ongoing investigation. Investigations don't have union workers working double time, which is what it appears to be happening in the background, and also what appears to be making him more vulnerable to basically paying more than he would otherwise for this. And if you want Zoe to capitalize on that, you can roll a charisma. It has to be charisma. Charisma trade.
So can I capitalize it not to get more money, but to get more information?
You sure could.
Is
It's
it still a trade roll?
Yes.
Okay. Look, because money is not as important as secrets.
And secrets you can sell for more money.
Kablamo.
Secret.
Well,
Hot diggity
look at
damn.
that.
Oh, he tells me everything.
Trade you secrets.
He does. He actually confides in Zoe. He takes her to a more private area. This, of course, again makes Elazad and Fairbanks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, well.
But he, they all come along also. But Zoe and Sergey are
Look,
put off to the side.
I introduced Slet. I want to say Sletvana, but that's not her name.
Don't.
Oh my god!
Right? Yeah. Okay. I introduced her to one of my bodyguards, and I'm like, he is so cute, right? You should talk to him.
Oh, this is Elazad, who has shown a history of talking to the people that he's with in inappropriate times.
Yep. Go
So,
talk to him. Yeah.
He is pouring on the charm with Svetlana.
Thank you. Jesus. I couldn't say it.
Oh my god.
Sergey confides to Zoe that Union is actually, as you speak, preparing for a withdrawal, a complete withdrawal from Astos. Contingent on a negative result from the perimeter review board, could penalties could include seizure of union facilities and legal seizure of union facilities, as well as the tech and any research within them. And union leadership, at least on Astos, has determined that there are some projects that are too valuable to risk falling into their hands. And so the reason that everyone is scurrying around is literally to pack Union up so that they can just say, see ya, and leave Astos.
Interesting.
Scorched earth.
He's also willing to introduce you to Mr. Jack. If Zoe is interested in helping Union in this predicament in any way. And we'll go ahead and end it there.
Look, I'm interested in telling him I'm willing to help Union so he can tell us where the secret stuff is that they're moving so we can steal it.
Well,
Now, it's worth. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say he can't tell Zoe where the secret stuff is, or won't tell her. But
That's what I'm saying. If we say that we're willing to help, we'll meet Mr. Jack, and then
Yep.
we'll learn some more information.
Yeah.
And it's also worth noting that this is a very interesting position because Jai has plenty of reason to be contemptuous of /hate perimeter as well. So if we time this correctly, we could get them all to shoot each other.
Yeah, the third party, it was actually us. We went back in time and started this fight.
Oh.
And now we're here in our regular timeline to exploit it.
No, we haven't gone back in time to start it yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're not back here to exploit it yet. We had to.
No,
we had
is
to
that why
correct it.
we're going to the black
paradox.
hole?
I'm gonna.
I found the paradox.
That's why we're going to the black hole. We're going to go through the wormhole to go back in time.
That's why April was so familiar with us, because we're the ones who hired her to tell us.
Here's the thing. We don't know it was us yet. That's what we're gonna find out. And now we have to do it, otherwise we break the timeline.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yep. Predetermination and all that.
Yep.